Border barrels, we're back. We've got the USB plugged into the PC
have a look
computer.
at you, tech man.
We've got our casual bloody
Clothes on.
Well, casual bloody footwear on. We've got a pair of Crocs and a pair of slides underneath this desk, and I'll let you guess who they are. But if you haven't already, like and subscribe our YouTube channel now. You need to get on board now because our views are going up massively each week.
Why?
I don't know. They just are. So you need to get on board.
Are you buying viewers?
No. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you get on the Border Barrel train.
Never financially recover.
I thought
from
maybe
this.
it was because Hudson started a new trend of corduroy hats, and now we're continuing the corduroy hat trend.
Yeah, I have to wear one next week.
Yeah. Do you have one?
I do not.
But you'd have to wear it backwards.
Yeah, no, we've all seen it forwards. It's not very good.
Simmer's not really a front cap guy.
I'm not a front cap
He just
guy.
instantly turns into the lead suspect for a stadium bombing.
Yes.
He's the guy at the stadium, the sun's in his eyes, but his hat's still backwards, so he's using his hand as the brim.
He's worn that for purely disguise purposes. He does not look like...
That's not a fashion choice.
It's like when some people, I've discussed this with Grazie at length before, when people wear helmets and it's like they don't ride a bike normally. You can tell. They're wearing the helmet. Why does the helmet look like that? Super weird.
That guy didn't ride his bike here.
But yeah, it's Good Friday. It's a bloody real Good Friday in the not so good shed. And we are going to do the bloody Beer Cartel Great Australian Easter Beer Hunt. Now, we've found all the beers because they're in the box in which they came. So we didn't take that risk because we thought we'd have some local vagrants come in and steal the beers while they were hidden. Vagrants. So
Well, and we've had a prime example of your memory today. Last week after the pod, I said, don't look at the beers. I'll look at them and write them down in an order, a drinking order, and you guys will still be surprised. And today, Simo texts me and said, I've just put all the beers in the fridge out of the box. So he's looked at all the beers, which makes me wonder if we actually did a hunt, Simo 5 seconds in and be like, why are we here? What are we doing?
That's right. Because we're talking about his bad memory. So even though he's seen them a few hours ago, he won't remember them.
I'm just relaxed. Got a day off. I'm excited about it.
Before we do that, when talking about memory, I have a really unfortunate beer story that I want to run by you guys and see if you've done the same thing that I did last night. So I was enjoying the new Dainton Apocalypso Nipa. So it was the third version. Really, really nice. Poured it into my glass and a little bit more head on it than I expected. Probably a bad pour. Let it settle. Had a sip. Really enjoyed it. Thought the wife might enjoy a sip as well, which she did. Just sipped on it for a little while. Enjoyed it for about a half an hour. I thought that was a great beer. I wish I had more. Finished watching the footy 2 hours later and went to get rid of my rubbish and found out that I left a quarter of the beer in the can.
Oh, I hate that.
Nah, so I've never had that.
Yep, the first time I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that maybe once or twice.
I was so upset. It was really nice.
The bottom of the can is the first bit I drink. If it's a big can and a small glass, why is the ad loud?
I thought some lady just came into the room.
Let's go! It was the Easter Bunny.
Shit. She's just super into NBA.
Yeah.
No, because when you have a big can and a small glass, don't you tip as much of the can into the glass as you can and then finish the can before you get into the glass? That's what I do.
Usually, but
because
more
then
head
I don't
than
have that problem.
Oh, I don't know.
I think there may have been a crying baby I went to tend to after the first pour, so I just didn't commit to.
Hopefully it was yours.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
definitely.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
3 houses down. There's a crying baby.
Comforting. Yeah, cool. But yeah, we're not doing the usual showcase we do. We are doing the Easter beer hunt. We've got no research. I've got nothing. We might look a few things up. I don't know. But we're just going to go through a bunch of beers and let you know. But
are we going to score them?
I don't know. If you want, we can score.
Do we do the whole Border Barrels rating system or just the... maybe we should.
No, we should do the whole thing.
We'll do the whole thing. It won't take that long. We don't have to tell
already proved
people.
last week we can do 5.
Yeah, and we can just flip the boards around. And as I said previously on the pod, jump on the website for all the scores.
Yeah, Hardo's worked very hard on the website. It looks bloody good. So yeah.
Well, it looks good considering I've never done anything of the kind.
Yeah, you're a bit like that though. You're a bit annoying like that, you know.
Thanks.
Oh, what's this? I don't know how this works. Oh, here's an awesome website. Fuck you. Yeah, all right. Let's have one.
All right. Yep. First beer of the day. Written them down. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it fits in so perfectly.
Garage Project Ghost Light Hazy IPA.
What about Ghost Light? Not
You can see the can.
Yes.
not
Little
chocolate
fella.
or Easter, but exciting nonetheless.
Yes. There was a bit of confusion about the Easter pack.
Yeah, so I think we cleared it up. There's Easter-themed style beers in there, but there are other beers in there. So I know there's, to tease a little bit, there is a brewery taproom exclusive beer that's been canned for this pack. And there's a couple of limiteds that are quite hard to get your hands on.
Yeah, and also this may be a spoiler alert for. No, we'll put it out on Sunday, just in case like people are doing it as well. And they're like, you dogs,
You dog.
you dogs.
All right, so we actually have a blurb. It feels like it's been a couple of weeks since we've had a blurb.
Thank goodness.
Garage Project do good blurbs. So Ghost Light. When theatres close their doors, they keep an electric light illuminated on the stage to keep the resident ghosts happy. A combination of extra light malt, oats, and a blend of Citra and Nelson Sauvin hops creates a brilliant white gold brew with a distinctly spectral haze, just what's needed to raise the spirits. Brewed to support our mates in the arts.
Yeah,
Good
cool.
blurb.
5.2%, 1.4 standard drinks in a 330ml can.
And zero carbon something
Zero carbon something.
by 20 something.
Don't they always have zero carbon?
30.
Accredited living wage provider and zero carbon.
Yeah, I've had beers with like heaps of carbon in them before. Yeah. That's why I can't remember anything.
I like the carbonation.
Carbonation, no breathing. Anyway.
But I was excited we had a blurb for the first time in a while. So,
Yeah, we can actually score.
yeah, so I've given it a good score.
Yeah, bloody good.
I gave it a 4.5.
Oh,
on the
jeez.
blurb.
Passes the smell test. Well, it's Garage
you.
Project, and of course it does. I reckon the staff would smell good at Garage Project if they smell like these hops.
As long as they're not using that VB cologne. Not that I've smelt it.
Hey, well, do you want to? I have it. I can
Well, at
get
some
it.
point.
I've got it right here. Like it's
Oh,
just
it's in the
next
room.
to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're not
because-
so good shed.
Yeah, because it's also used to fuel the lawnmower. So that's pretty good. Hey?
Good time.
Hey? But yeah, I think this little escapade here, since we don't have any research, it might be comedy gold. I reckon we're due because there's a few beers.
No, but look, I'm
I'm
happy
actually
to admit,
Catholic.
Oh,
I'm happy to admit last week was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was very good.
Hang
but I
on,
think it's
Why
because
did
we
I know
got
that you were supposedly Catholic?
because he said
Why did you get heaps?
we're due. You've already had some.
I haven't had any. I
did.
smelt it.
Oh, do you want more?
No.
I just poured it.
I just want you to be better.
Fuck's sake, righto.
Geez, that
Just
smells good.
Be better. The one thing about you, Hudson, is I don't like you.
I'm so quotable.
I listened back at work and I had to stop what I was doing when that bit happened, just like I did on the podcast. I had to
Yeah.
stop drinking.
No, this is good. This is very good.
I actually have done a slight amount of research only for the value portion because obviously
About to say, how are we going to do the value?
this
So-
pack was 75 buckos, but you can actually buy all of them individually. So the first beer, where are we?
Who
I won't
like?
look at your screen.
Yeah.
And he just going to do it off Beer Cartel since this is where it came from.
Well, yeah, the ones that I can do.
Okay.
Do.
Can
I'm
do.
quite sure I saw this locally available, this Ghost Light beer.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's been out for a little bit, I believe. It's very nice.
It's very, very nice.
$6
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty
for
good.
the can.
What was the percentile?
5.2.
Oh yeah.
So $6 for a 1.4 standard drink.
Yeah. It's pretty nice.
One day I'd like to speak to Garage Project and ask them how they make a call on which beers go in the big cans and which beers go in the little cans.
Yeah, it'd be easy just to put everything in a big can, right?
Because I would love this in a big can.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's very light.
Yeah, it is light. Yeah, it's nice.
There's a
though.
nice bitterness to it still that makes it taste like it's a bit fuller, so it could be a stronger ABV than the 5.2.
See, I was going to say, like, you can definitely, there is that kind of hop burn, but it does feel thin-ish.
But that's okay. I think
Yeah,
perhaps.
like, I mean, I'm not expecting a triple IPA.
no,
or
but
anything.
perhaps see, it's talking about the big can, the little can. This does taste like a little can beer, perhaps like a little bit sessionable, but still packs a bit of punch.
I'm giving this a really big score. Like
Yeah?
I just realised because it's almost like they've brewed this beer for our rating system.
Yeah, okay. Your pen's running out, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Nah, we'll make it work.
been
It's
too
okay.
aggressive with it, I guess.
No, I don't do anything aggressively.
Okay.
Very
all right.
calm.
I can't
soft
work out
person.
if it's as advertised. I think it is. I think it's pretty spot on.
That's
Yeah.
why I reread it. I thought it was, yeah.
All right.
No, very good.
Is that all we got for that?
Yeah. I'd buy it again. If I see it again, I'll
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
potentially
no, it's pretty
purchase it,
good, but
especially
I-
for that value.
Yeah, who was the artist? They normally list the artist.
Yeah, I wrote it. It's on their website.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, was it on the can? They normally do it.
Yeah, I can't find it. Nah. do you want me to get? We've got to shout them out.
Yeah, if you like. Yeah, but we bloody love Garage Project. We haven't done a showcase yet, but we love it how they share the art and all that sort of stuff. Their beers are great.
You can buy a coffee table book of all their art.
Yeah, that's
It's
awesome.
not super updated.
And they did a remake of the old bloody Wolfman or whatever it was.
The Wolfman.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, I can't remember
buying
what.
that, but not knowing what sort of beer it was.
Yeah, and it was just great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was excellent. Like, look at that. That's awesome.
They got an awesome website.
Yeah, bloody oath they do.
Almost as good as Border Barrel's website.
Slightly better. Yeah, I can't
But yeah,
find.
just-
I definitely had the artist written down on
That's okay.
my other computer, but not this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's right. They'll let us know.
Timmy 2 computers.
There's actually I've got 3 on the go.
Give me one.
Well, I could.
Nah,
this-
motherboard or
You're
something.
old reliable over there.
Yeah.
Got a bit of stout and rice in
Yeah,
it.
so I was typing something the other day, and the space bar got stuck for ages, and it was just gone across the screen. It's still affecting it. I thought the stickiness would have come out of it, but
That's my
okay.
score, by the
You
way.
got like the ghosts of Sunday Road's Some Velvet Evening Stout. Just
Never
stuck
forget.
in.
Well, it's on that whole side over there too, on the table and everything.
Table.
I better zoom out on here. I don't know. Just don't look at my screen, Zach. Or
No, it's okay.
I'll bloody belt you live on camera.
Oh.
Oh, right. Evidence.
Righto, second beer.
Yes.
Are we ready for it?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so ready.
That was such a good starter. So you've decided the order of beers, haven't you?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to just say right now, 1 out of 8, you started well for a sessionable hazy IPA, knowing that there are some Easter themed
But
beers.
it's funny, sessionable, but it's still 1.4 standards in that can. That's
Yeah,
a pretty decent session.
Sessionable for people our age going to a party taking a 4-pack.
I don't know if I'd probably be in the bushes.
Don't you
And
reckon?
I feel like it's just sessionable in flavour
Yeah.
as well. All right, beer 2.
Whoa, what do we got?
Mountain Culture.
Mountain Culture. Thanks.
Equinox Marzen.
Is that, what's a Marzen? Is that German?
James Marsden, one of Hollywood's finest working actors.
Or
Isn't Marzen like a type of... What's that type of cheese? Marzipan.
Gouda.
Gouda.
What's mascarpone?
Al Capone.
Well, that guy, yeah.
His wife,
John-
Marcy Capone.
Former Brisbane Lions AFL player Marco Paparone. Probably the best name that Simo's never heard before.
That's pretty cool.
A Marzen is a lager that originated in Bavaria. It has a medium to full body and may vary in colour from pale through amber to dark brown.
Okay.
It was the beer traditionally served at Oktoberfest.
Yeah, right. Cool.
The geographical indication Oktoberfest beer is protected in the EU and can only be used for Marzen that are brewed in Munich.
That's in the EU. Is that right?
Yeah. It's not like champagne worldwide. It can only be called
Prestige.
champagne
If
it's from Champagne.
Yeah. Champagne.
What was the cheese as well? That was a mozzarella or one of the other cheeses you can't use the name anymore.
Blue cheese.
Well, yeah. Who got mad about that? Marge Simpson.
Perhaps.
Say Paps? Tom Papley.
Oh,
perhaps.
how is he?
How is he?
How is he?
How is he? Ball. So yeah, Marzen Equinox. I believe this. Based on my research of the can, which doesn't exist as a photo outside of this pack, it's a taproom exclusive that they've canned.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's 355 ml, 5.5%. It's got the old Civic Theatre brewery, the one that they have.
A Civic
in-
Video.
Civic Video.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it in Katoomba.
Yep.
As if
Yep.
you want to look at it. if you want to look at it.
Yeah, but I'll have a look at it.
Blurb. Again, another blurb. How good.
And it's a mountain culture one, so you
Yeah.
know it's going to be cool.
Inspired by the Blue Mountains' crisp air and changing leaves, this traditional German-style lager is a perfect way to usher in autumn. With a medium body and moderate carbonation, this rich amber Marzen offers a smooth and refreshing taste that is both bold and balanced. Munich and Vienna malts combine for caramel aromas and a slightly sweet and nutty flavour profile, while the addition of noble hops provides a subtle bitterness that balances it all out exquisitely.
All right, well, let's bloody see if that's true, eh?
What are noble hops? What about like less noble hops?
No.
Well, they just follow
Did
the
I say
rules.
less noble or
The nobility of hops.
yeah. The really
How is it
upstanding
measured?
ones. The ones that are higher up on the.
I'm going to give you a full
vine.
taste.
No, don't
because
bloody-
you
Don't wait.
mad.
No, I don't mean to preempt anything, but don't waste it
this
on him.
Oh, come on. Smells like banana, which is the classic thing, isn't it? Oh, yes.
Nice.
What is it? ASMR? Is that what it is? You could hear the
Yes.
pour. That was good.
They're all very well carbonated. I've got a good amount of head.
Yeah. No, it's
On the
good.
first two.
Yeah. Good
Good
on 'em.
head.
That's not funny.
I don't know why you think it is. Blurb, pretty good. It on par with the Garage Project, I think. What flavour wise, that didn't fill me with a lot of
Nah,
confidence.
it's good. No, because I don't know. I've had a lot of these, and they're a bit Samson. But this is like, mountain culture.
Jenna,
mate.
Ryan-
Jenna Samerson.
Ryan Sampson.
Rap.
Samson Ryan, actually.
Tell you what I got from this. This just transported me to sitting in an outdoor brewery in autumn, and the leaves have fallen and the ground's just a little bit wet, but the leaves are still a tad crunchy, and it's overcast, and I'm having 4 of these.
And I've left the iron on at home. No,
Well,
that's
of course
good.
you have. You can't remember anything.
No.
4 times on the way here, you said, "But did I put the roller door back down?" So don't you say anything.
I don't want anyone to steal my dog. Or him to get out and find another family that likes
Or
better.
come in and put their balls on your drum set.
Yes, stop dragging them.
Right, so the only information
Actually,
for
really
value
nice.
that I could find of this was it was $8 a schooner at the
I'd happily pay that.
couple of schooners. If you go to the tap room, $8 a schooner. So I did the math, and a schooner is, did we say it's $4.25 or $4.75?
I reckon 425.
Whichever it is, I worked it out that the dollar value per milliliter, and then times it by 355 to get the value of the can, and I've come to a number of $6.70.
That's pretty good. I feel that might be somewhat accurate. Well done. Good on you, mate.
Thanks. Math.
You're a clever little fella, aren't you?
Little fella. You're a clever little fella.
French fry.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, it's like you said, it is banana-y.
Yeah. What is that? That's to do with the yeast more than anything, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because I seem to
Because
remember.
it is very prevalent in all those Oktoberfest and like Hefeweizens.
Yeah, because it's not a hop. I think it's
Well, it's
Malt.
the
Yeah,
malts maybe.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
because like it's lager, isn't it? We said it's a
Yeah.
type of lager, but like not all lagers have that banana flavour.
No, I'm getting a nuttier flavour than a
You're nuts.
banana-y flavour.
Yeah.
But also, you saying these can be Samerson, I do tend to agree, but I'll throw this out there as a theory. We generally drink more IPA variations.
Yeah.
If we consumed enough different types of these, I think that we'd start to find the subtle differences. I just think that...
yeah.
No, that could be true.
Probably.
Yeah, because I think this tastes... I've never had a mountain culture beer in this style.
Yeah.
But this is definitely one of the stronger ones I think I've... Stronger as in quality-wise.
Yeah, and
that I
this,
would have had.
sorry, this one is different to the ones that I've had. Maybe in talking this out, I've realised that perhaps the range isn't as big.
Yeah.
So with IPA, you
Yeah,
can have,
yeah.
it's like this, but with those, it's maybe like this, perhaps.
But
I don't know.
IPA's kind of become one of those, like if you looked at it like a family tree, like the IPA is like the
matriarch.
It's just had 14 kids, and then its kids have had
Yeah,
14
yeah,
kids.
that's
and it's
true.
just bloody 14 by 14, whatever that is.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, a couple.
A few. Eh?
Well, yeah, there's not a red Marzen or a black Marzen like there is.
Yeah,
a red
yeah.
IPA
Whereas
and a
like
black
the
IPA.
Marzen was like the, I don't know,
Classic beer
the son
style.
who never had a kid.
I think it's the original, like the old grandfather who only had 2 kids, just a couple, and then they've just gone nuts from there.
Maybe.
Why am I sitting off the chair?
I don't know. You make up your own rules, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true. Righto.
Fuck, it feels weird. It's Friday.
Yeah, it's
As
good.
as we talk about our local legends, I think we probably should start to have a look at the variations King River do of these styles a bit more, because I always see them available and I go, "Oh, grab one," and then I don't. But I think I probably should do that a bit more, so we can actually have a little bit of an idea of the different.
I'm sure there'll
breweries,
be a
the
showcase coming up soon.
different- Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's plenty of breweries around. I think that's like when you... I can't remember which one of you said we haven't done a garage project showcase yet. It's like, well, let's maybe get through some Australian ones before we jump overseas. It's like my theory with buying American beers. Like, there's so many out there. But if I start opening myself up to the American market, my wallet is fucked.
Yes, no, we can't be doing that. Yeah.
Righto, well, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, that's probably the best one of
Scores
those
on
I've
the
had.
doors?
Yeah.
Is that that's your best Marzen, you reckon, so far?
Yeah. Well, it's not like if I had this, I wouldn't go, "Oh, this is a mountain culture one," but I'd taste it and go, "This is very good." I'd be very happy.
This is an on-site beer for me, where I wouldn't necessarily buy this in a can again. But if I saw this on tap somewhere, I'd be yelling at the bartender, "Hey, I need this now, please."
Especially for
$8.
$8 a skew.
And
Yeah.
also, one thing that I think makes it taste better is the can art. So traditionally, with the Bavarian beers, whoever runs the bloody
They're just very old school.
the design department needs to,
But they're also
Get it
Bavarian. I think that's the kicker, is they're very German. So the
Yeah.
art is very German.
yeah, fair. All right.
Put woman on label.
Yes.
Is that your German accent?
No, that's just my European accent. I'm not generalising German accents or anything. Don't start that.
Oh no, you're right.
My surname's German.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Means big beer, larger stein.
No, Margerstein is like big rock or something.
Yes.
Big beer glass.
Big rock.
How's it
Beer
going?
3. No, I was going to build it up.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is one that
You
one of Simo's kind of not entry points, but definitely one of the favourites along the beer journey. And it was quite early-ish in the beer journey.
Beer itself or the style?
No, the beer. I reckon we had this at the actual goods shed when it got first released, and we were like, hello.
It's possible. I'm very excited.
Hop Nation Bearded Seal Fruited Hazy IPA
Look at
that they
him.
did with Norwegian brewery Lervig.
Look at him. What a guy.
Big
What
seal.
a fella.
Business
we got-
is picked up.
Another blurb. This one even comes with a blurb about Hop Nation, which is pretty cool. That was a weak burp.
Yeah, that was.
forced.
Yeah, you
it's-
need to have another one.
get some more beer in ya.
Yeah.
So this one is, where's the amount of liquids? 375 mil, 8%, so bit of a jump. Hop Nation Brewing Co. is a Melbourne-based brewing company. This limited release beer was brewed with Lervig from Norway. When you open this can, you'll find a brew reserved for the most curious of beer drinkers. Beer profile. The bearded seal, found in Norway, is a heavy-set creature with large whiskers. This collab required a big beer. A double dry hopped hazy with all American hops. Building on this flavour profile, we added mango, passion fruit, and pineapple. Skull.
What?
That's where it says skull
Skol.
I wouldn't.
in Norwegian.
Like on Vikings when they're like Skol, and then they
Oh,
drink.
is that like cheers in
Yeah.
Norwegian? There you go.
In Australia, that means put it in your shoe and drink it as fast as you can.
Yeah.
I'm
well,
off. Like shoeys
I'm
have
off
got to be
shoeies.
done.
Have you done one?
Nah, never. I'll
I'm
never
not-
do one.
yeah,
but like
I'm
we
not
can't.
super
If I
into
win a premiership, I'll do one.
I'm so sick of it being like the Australian thing.
Yeah, I'm not super interested.
I'll do
Like,
one on the podcast
Australians
one
do
day if you
shoeies. Like, no one wants you to do it. Like that time that you did the ice bar challenge and no one nominated you.
want. Yeah, but Hawthorne went back to back that day. And
that
Simo's mate
day.
Ming was there to do it for me.
Yeah, Ming. Shout out to Ming. Yeah,
Does
good.
Ming listen?
Oh, I reckon he does.
Fucking better.
He better. Like,
Yeah, I'd fucking know where he lives.
Yes, that's true.
Pour this.
Poor.
Okay.
Jeez.
Jesus. What's everyone so
Because I'm
aggressive?
so excited about it. We love this beer.
Simo, be better.
Simo's
Zach,
already,
pour it.
Simo's already 5'd everything on
Is there footy on today?
Yeah, at 4:20. Blaze it.
Is it 420 or 440?
4:40. I'll have a look. But what's it? North Melbourne versus Carlton.
Yeah.
How come they
What?
got rid of?
Gross.
Who's it normally? Isn't it
North
Dogs?
and the Bulldogs.
Oh, they got rid of Dogs because they're no good.
I can tell you why. From the beginning, everyone always said it should have been North Melbourne and Carlton because the Royal Children's Hospital, which is what all the proceeds go towards for that game, is located directly in between both of those suburbs.
Take it back. It is.
Is North Melbourne a suburb?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep. When you're going on the train, you go through.
I just
North
thought it
Melbourne
was
Station.
like a area. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like these suburbs make up North Melbourne.
like South Albury. Not really. That's what I'm.
No, but South Albury's just an area of Albury. It's not really another suburb, is it?
Look at the colour of that.
Yeah, it's very it's tropical.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Even the head's like got a bit of brown in it.
Yeah, it's a bit of seal. It's got
Nice
Like-
brunette beer.
brown head
geez,
girl.
That smells good. I haven't had this in years. In fact,
So this can you can buy for $11.50. So a bit of a jump in cost as well, but we are going up to 8%. 8%.
I've still got to
out of
wear
100.
the Marzen has to wear off a little bit. The first sip was still.
There's a
little
bottle
bit
of water
influenced
here if you
by-
want to.
bloody, it's like pineapple cordial, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, so cordial is generally quite thin, Simon. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not suggesting anything other than the taste. Like, that's real sweet.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that, but that makes sense because that was one of my
Is
first
this,
ones.
but was it fruited previously? Was the version we used to have the fruited version?
Yeah, I feel like they
I
didn't
reckon-
call.
I don't
I
reckon
feel like
it's
they didn't
different.
call it that though.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't think so either. I was wondering if it was a slight variation on the original beer.
No. No, not by.
It's still good.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
As advertised. Yeah, it's got all those fucking fruits. That's for fucking sure.
All right.
That's for true.
That's for true. Hey, value. Value is probably the only thing that falls down on a little bit.
$11.50. Oh, but it is 8%. Like, what's that? 2.4
That is just-
standard drinks? 2.4 standard drinks.
Yeah, but I only get a third of it because I have to share it with you.
Oh, well,
No, I'm joking.
fucking hell. I'm going
You've
home.
just brought up what I'm sure some listeners have thought before. Like, they're going about value, but like they're splitting these cans. Like, it can't be that valuable.
Oh, God.
Valuable wasn't the correct word then, but that's fine.
That's okay. We know what you were talking about, bro.
I think.
Pineapple
Yeah,
juice, it is.
that's good.
Oh.
I did follow Hop Nation there for a little while because they had some newer releases. I sort of
Followed them on socials, or you just bought their beer?
no, like I could just see them about, but
Yeah.
like as far as availability and that sort of thing, I probably haven't seen him around as much as I used to.
I forget that they're from Melbourne, and it's an interesting point you raise because I usually find them on some of the websites from further up north if I'm purchasing stuff. I to be fair, I haven't looked at Otter's Promise. They're from Melbourne or Purvis for a little while, but
Well, they're the only two Melbourne ones that we have
that we've
used.
used, yeah. Which one's got the really expensive shipping?
Otter's Promise.
Yeah,
To
They're good,
Au-
too. They've
to-
got such a good range.
From Melbourne to Albury, shipping is $22.
Oh, that sucks.
From Melbourne to Wodonga is $10.
Yeah, I
that,
feel
that thing is still COVID, and the delivery driver has to
I-
sit in the checkpoint for a
This
little
is
while.
like what I'm really annoyed by is like the different states. It's like, yeah, but it's still Australia. Like, what are we doing? And like, yeah, I
Yeah.
get it's a different state, but we're 5 minutes apart.
yeah, it's interesting. I feel like that. Well, they're good at draw a line somewhere, but
Yeah,
we're a
draw
bit.
it in the worst place.
Yeah, that's right.
for us.
But one thing I must say, like those breweries and companies that do $5 flat rate shipping, like they're losing money on that for sure. Like that, it's got to cost more than $5.
Well, no, now,
Or is it just volume?
like, I'm going to negatively shout out Sendle here.
Yeah.
They're very cheap, but they're very inefficient and they're very unreliable.
Yeah.
So, like, you pay $5 and you get $5 worth of shipping because they pick up the order 3 days late. And in my case, when I buy from a New South Wales distributor, it goes from there to Sydney to Melbourne to Albury.
Yeah, well, they said the same thing about them, so it doesn't matter.
Huh?
They said the same thing about them recently.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there's a $5 version and now a $10 version or something. But
Yeah,
still,
and I'll
even
pay the $10.
But even $10 is good.
Now, have
so.
you guys reviewed this beer on Untapped before? I feel like you may have.
I
Are
don't
you
know.
going to go back and look at your rating and then use the same one? Because I have.
How have you gone back? I don't know. How do I do that?
You can
I
look
just
it
typed
up.
in Bearded Seal on Untapped, and it says that I've reviewed it before, and I gave it a big 5 out of 5.
But you can't. But we've
Stop
changed.
yawning, Simon.
You've changed.
I've changed. The beer's still good.
Yeah, but you've changed your flavour profile.
Plate. My plate of flavour has changed.
Your palate, your flavour profile has changed. What's it called? Bearded Seal. Let me have a look.
Yeah, it's bloody good, actually. Yeah, I might have to bump that up a bit.
still
I've got
just as good.
I've got a soft spot. I don't remember it being that sweet.
Yeah,
but,
no, neither.
But I'm very happy with IPA being that sweet without lactose.
Yeah.
Some of the sweetness has worn off slightly from the first sip, but I think
Which is
that's
good.
the Marzen is sort of
Mazen.
dissipated now. What did you give it the first time, Hud?
4.25 by the looks.
Um,
I'll stick with that.
yeah.
And value. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the value. All four or more for me.
Do you have to write down our scores now? So because we have to wipe the board.
Yeah. So can you guys have
Phil,
you got
Phil.
another topic?
Phil.
Have you brought a topic?
I do. I've brought a topic.
Okay, then you talksing amongst yourselves,
Talk
please.
amongst
Yeah, well, this is an
yourselves.
article that I saw during the week, and it's not a positive article, unfortunately. I wish I had better news.
God, here we go.
What
you guys-
trouble are we going to get ourselves into?
Did you
now?
guys hear about the poor young New Zealand man who died after drinking a beer?
What?
No?
So this is only just taken from a 7 News article. I can't remember the initial website I saw it on, but a young New Zealand man has died after drinking beer contaminated with methamphetamine.
Whoa!
Allegedly given to him by a workmate. So I won't mention his name for the purposes of this, but the family say he began shaking and acting possessed before uttering, "I feel like I'm dying," after drinking the beer. The 21-year-old was allegedly gifted a 24-pack of the imported honey beer house beer, which New Zealand police say he innocently sat down to drink after work.
So is the beer meant to have meth in it, or did his friend put meth in it?
No, so
Yeah, it's definitely meant to.
yeah, this article, funnily enough, doesn't have that information. But from the article I first saw, it appears as though meth was being trafficked over to New Zealand
In the beer?
in the beer, and it wasn't that particular shipment wasn't intercepted, and then it just went out to sale, and it wasn't also picked up.
What? That is
yeah.
outrageous.
Isn't it?
So when you told me that, I thought that like I was going to ask what the IBU rating was. I reckon it might have been just over 100. It's like,
Looks like Simo drinking that 6-string.
yeah, jeez, that sent me. That's an awful story.
Yeah, but he's also not really a drinker. They said he just had a big day at work. He's like, oh, someone gifted me this. I'll just have one.
Yeah, but
after
it's
a
probably
long
not the
day."
beer that got him. It's probably the
No,
meth.
but, no, of course. But that sort of
If he
plays
hadn't,
into.
I feel like if he had have not had that big day at work, he still would have been in big trouble.
Let's talk about the probability chances here. So if that guy doesn't drink that often, then really the three of us should be at much greater risk of death by beer than that poor gentleman was.
Yeah, because of
the
playing the numbers.
Playing the numbers.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like if it was like this isn't. If it was an alcoholic, it'd be like, oh, like he shouldn't have died from that. But like something would have happened eventually. But not to this poor young.
Yeah,
man, so.
geez, that's what did you search for?
No, I was.
I'm gonna look up beer deaths.
No, just I guess talking about beer out loud a lot. My phone listens to me, so you get those.
Always listening.
Yeah, you get those referred stories, and unfortunately, that one did pop up. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, I don't know how you can't test for that either, can you? I wonder if
Meth.
What meth in your
beers.
beer?
it does, yeah,
I mean, you can. Not sure that anyone ever would.
but also the
until
beer
now.
I think was only 4.5%. But like, I wonder if it tasted real. Like what
Real
his tasting
methy.
note said,
Real
real methy.
methy. Yeah,
Like-
when he checked in on Untapped.
I reckon they're sitting
Bit of
there.
meth, baby dying.
They're sitting there to have a
Four.
drink. They're like, geez, that's got a bit of kick to it. Anyway.
Yeah. And no, we shouldn't joke. It's horrible. The circumstances obviously very rare, and you wouldn't think would be something that would happen all that often. But yeah. Anyway, happy Easter.
I didn't bring a cloth to wipe
It is Good Friday. We're technically celebrating the death of somebody.
Jesus.
Yeah. Who's Beer Jesus? Who do we think Beer Jesus is? Is it DJ from Mountain Culture?
Yes, we all know who it is.
He died for our sins. Is that what you're saying?
Died for our tins. You can get that shirt.
Can you?
Jesus holding a couple of VBs.
Oh,
Well, then, there you go, Mountain Culture. DJ, he died for our tears.
good on him.
the LeBron James of soccer.
Yes.
The
All right.
LeBron
What have we
James
got?
of beer.
What do you got next? Oh, hey.
Sorry, I got to take my clogs off.
Yeah, they are clogs. I know I had a bit of a blowout here.
Does your review for Bearded Seal on Untapped now say, knocked my clogs off?
Yes, it should. Edit.
No, the lining came out.
Oh, no. Show everyone. Show the people.
You're going to make me pay for it? Like
Show
the
the
time the
people.
bottom of your shoe fell off?
No, no, don't get me started.
Yeah, we can't.
You absolute mong.
We can't. Absolute bloody mong. Yeah, we can't get started on that.
Fucking clown.
Righto. Let's deal us in.
Yeah, get another beer. That'll make it all better.
Calm him
Oh,
down.
you've still got some Bearded Seal left.
Yeah, I'm saving it. All right, beer 4. Pirate Life Double South Coast Pale Ale. So it's the South Coast Pale doubled.
Yeah, so
I
for
didn't know
those...
this existed.
Yeah, well, neither did we.
No
So-
blurb.
No blurb, doesn't need it. It's a statement piece. But yeah, so many of you might
Put it on the wall.
many of you might have noticed, like going into the pub, there's South Coast Pale. It is. Can I hold it up?
Yes.
Like
No.
that colour scheme, you would have seen it on the taps. But yeah, this is a double version of it, 8.8%. I'm so intrigued.
I'm wearing my Pirate Life hat today. I'm actually really
Yes,
excited.
you
This
are
is
living-
my go-to session beer generally as well.
well,
The
this-
non-double.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
non. Oh Jesus, yes. the
So this
non-double.
one actually they've removed the Taiheki hops and replaced it with Amarillo. So I
and
can give
replaced
you,
it with meth.
Yeah, it was actually talking about segues last week. That wasn't a bad one.
So this is an ode to South Coast's maiden iteration, the Lighthouse Pale. Nostalgia aside, it's a punchier variety and cuts through the extra with ease. So yeah, it's pretty much just double, but they've replaced one of the hops with another hop.
Can I make a prediction? I reckon,
No.
Oh.
I'll let you.
I reckon this is going to be really good.
Okay.
Okay.
Because the thing about the South Coast Pale is you're like,
I just like
I wish it was a little bit. I wish it was a little bit more. But
You and
we'll
I
see.
have enjoyed a few afternoons on those, Simo, out
Yeah.
of nowhere.
Yeah, we have.
You, but
Well, I don't want to put say the Pyro Life sucks in your eyes because that's not true. But you were hesitant about this beer going in.
I was, but I've thought about it.
Yeah, because you were like, and it's not the beer itself. It was Easter Pack Double South Coast Pale.
Well,
What?
yeah. All I wanted was some chocky.
Well, it's all right. The next 4 beers are all Easter related.
Thanks.
but Port Adelaide colours.
Thanks, Dad. Yum, you're the best.
Yeah, the brewery itself is from Port Adelaide, and the can art is Port Adelaide colours.
Yeah, you can't. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but on the table here we have 2 of the Creed lagers.
Doesn't have the
That
prison
won't be
badge
on
on
it.
it.
One of the
Eddie won't allow the prison
one of the
badge on that
nicest
can.
breweries I have ever been to, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. If you need a haircut, save it for when you go there. On-site barber.
I assume they do haircuts. Otherwise, yeah.
The beers are so strong, your hair will fall out.
A couple of arcade games, table tennis tables, a huge range of beers.
I hope there's
massive,
no pool tables
massive-
because Sim will get real mad.
Yeah, massive outdoor area. Great time had by all, and great times can
I
be
wonder
had by
if you,
many.
do you reckon you can hear that rain?
No,
That's quite nice, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
I can hear it. I'm
So
just wondering.
okay, pool tables. So just very quickly, I
I've
reckon.
started him.
I
He's
reckon
on
Did you
me.
have a pool table tree in your backyard as a kid that like grew really shit pool balls and you don't like them because of that?
I just reckon. Okay, you've got a pool table. Put a fence around it, so you don't have to go. Like it doesn't matter what angle. It's like. Yeah, excuse me. I'm like, I'm eating a Parmigiana that I have paid $25 for. You put $2 on there and said I'm next, and now you get to be in my way for some reason. Yeah, excuse me.
That's the can, by the way, for anyone.
I'm going to throw this out there controversially.
Controversy.
That maybe Simo's just really not good at pool and he's projecting.
Oh, I wouldn't suggest I'm very good at pool either. Or being in a pool.
Oh, yeah, you can't swim.
Yeah, Simo's got the
No.
sweats now the rain started. Grab my beer, please. I'm sorry.
Drip. Oh, shit.
Also, I just
you.
noticed they do a
That smells good.
they do a mid-strength version of the South Coast Pale as well.
What?
So,
Which isn't much further down, really. It's
So you've got-
3.4 to 3.5.
yeah, and then up to 8.8 for the double. God, they got some cool beers getting on around here. What's
The
that?
Rain-
Barrel-aged nectarine saison. I digress. Back to the beer.
The rain sounds really nice, but it sounds like you're sort of tuning a radio, and then we keep cutting in. You know, you got the soak.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, it smells good. It smells really good.
Because I can get the notes of the original.
This is fantastic.
I can get the notes of the original. This is like a deluxe edition of a record that actually, like, there's new songs. The new songs are just as good as the originals.
I've got, speaking of segues, I've got
Segwags.
new songs. Linkin Park
Yeah.
released the 20th anniversary of Meteora today.
Okay,
and
yeah,
it has
cool.
it's 5 albums. So it's Meteora, and then it's like 2 live albums, a demo album, and then like another kind of half demo album, half unreleased song album. And the second song on that album is fucking cool.
Yeah,
Chester.
cool.
Yeah, Chester's on all, it's all old stuff, so it's all with Chester and Mike.
Nice.
There's just good riffs. They always
What's his
have good
what's his
stuff.
last name? Will you
Shinoda.
know? Oh, yeah.
Fort Minor, his like rap collective thing that he did was fucking awesome. I bought that original album.
That's right.
It has Remember the Name.
Yes.
We can't stop the rain. I'm sorry if it's loud. I'm not sure if
Yes, and it's really
coming
coming down here at the MCG. The covers have gone on. This is pretty good.
Yeah, it's strong.
through. It's got a lot of the flavour still in there. I was worried it would just taste like a boozy version.
There's
To
something.
me, it tastes more than just a boozy version.
Now, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's different. I'm not gonna say footy bag, but there's something in there that tastes a bit.
Kid
Did you
Bag
say-
Sweat.
You didn't say there's nectar on or anything in there, but
No, it's
No, they've got a saison, a nectarine saison or something.
no, those are different beer.
Yeah, that's a different.
because I can
Like-
taste like a bit of stone fruit or something.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Verdant ale yeast, which is what they use in the normal South Coast Pale Ale, which is what they've used here.
Yeah, but maybe that
After all,
changes it.
it's not a South Coast without those juicy stone fruit esters.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So it comes from the yeast, apparently.
yeast.
Because the hops are Waiti, Amarillo, and Cashmere.
What?
So Cashmere is the Kit Bag Sweat.
Yeah.
What price did we? Yeah, I think.
Oh, I think this one's pretty good. Just want $6.
What? No, it isn't.
Yeah. Look, a 4-pack for $24.
Let's get a cat and bloody have the
Die.
weekend off.
Put some meth in it.
11 out of 10.
Yeah, this is the meth beer.
It's a shame that
See,
there's
if I
no
meant to say-
blurb because this could be close to a clubhouse leader.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's hard because with the untapped rating, like I can't give it for what it is. It's probably like really good. Oh yeah, okay, you can do that, righto.
What?
Like I can't really give it that score. I don't want to give it above 4, but I
Why?
think I might have to.
Yeah.
I think I need to.
No,
I need-
because
I
this
think
is
I need to go back to what I said last week. That was me rewinding. Where I was like, it could be different on a different day.
yeah, but so this is the thing with Untapped, and I think we say it on every pod now, and
Yes.
we will until we get our point across it. We don't know why we score beers, what we score them, because if we're
It
doing it,
evolved naturally.
yeah, because
organically.
it depends how you view Untapped. So, like, for me, I'm not going to review the beer on its style. So, like, if it's a 5 out of 5 for sour, it's like, yeah, but I still don't love sours, so 4. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to review the beer on my taste buds. Because, yeah, you could give me what is like the world-renowned greatest sour of all time. 5 out of 5 against other sours. But if I'm comparing it to the beer I had before it, which is a fucking double IPA, then it's not as good.
Yeah.
You and I had that chat once because I used to rate my beers based on, is this the best sour I've ever had?
Yeah.
Cool, 5 out of 5. But the more you have, the more you realise it doesn't necessarily work that way.
No, because I don't know. Like, there's better beers in different flavours and different styles.
That was
And one of those
Very
is
good,
not
though.
better beer, but I digress. Thank you, Pirate Life, for this. I'm
Yeah, that
so
was
happy
really
about this.
surprising, I think.
I mean, knowing that this is one of my favourite session beers and is available in most places on tap anyway, to know they've actually done a cool version of that. Actually, this goes back to last week about Bolter doing the 500ml can version of the XPA.
Yeah, but it's still the same XPA.
yeah,
It's
do
still
a
the same
d-
XPA,
Do a
but-
double of that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pirate Life, for actually going, hey, we've done a special version of the beer you used to already.
Yeah.
Not just change the can
Yeah,
size.
no, it's very good.
All right. I'm just going to turn my back on the
fantastic.
pod for a bit because I brought water and a bucket to rinse out the glasses.
it'll be right, won't it?
No, because now we're getting into the strong stuff and I don't want them impacted.
That's true. I might have another beer story.
All right, well, tell us, Zach.
We've got one that's been laced with Oxy now. Not bad.
Yeah.
What's it laced with?
Oxycontin.
Oxytocin.
Oxycontin.
Where are we here?
And there's a quiz at the end, and whoever loses has
Is
to...
it a Kahoot?
Yeah, there's a Kahoot at the end, as we always do, and whoever loses has to drink the water from that bucket.
So a brewery that we've had beers from, all of us have had beers from before, I'm pretty confident in saying.
Yeah.
Exit Brewing. They're done.
Exit?
To exit the beer industry. This is a Crafty Pint article. But yeah, 9 years on from announcing themselves to the world with the first of what would be many saisons bearing their name, Exit Brewing have decided to exit the beer industry. The Melbourne-based operation was founded by mates Craig Knight and Fraser Reddy, who first met in Melbourne and were later inspired to start brewing while working in IT in Europe, hence the name Exit. Not to be confused with Brexit.
Oh, yeah, cool.
They launched Exit with beers brewed at Cavaliers Brewery in Derrimut before moving production to Kaiju in Dandenong. We're learning some things
There
with
you
this
go,
as well.
very good.
Where Knight was part of the brewing team until the start of the COVID pandemic.
That's getting real loud.
Yeah, it's so loud.
Yeah. Are you hearing that?
Yeah.
Can you still hear her speaking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay,
yeah,
fine.
you just make sure you get up on the mic.
Everyone listening, it'll just put them to sleep, really.
Yeah.
But the harsh economic conditions currently facing the beer industry, which came on the back of the challenges of the COVID pandemic, led to the decision to wind up the business. In a statement, Exit said, having navigated the ups and downs of the last 2.5 years, we have come to the realisation our little brewery is no longer in a position to be competitive or viable in this challenging market. We may also not be viable in this challenging market of a thunderstorm.
Oh, no.
Should we pause? Should we
done that
pause
before.
and do a part 2 on the hectic beers?
Well, we do part 1, part 2, do you think?
Maybe we cut that and do...
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'm not cutting it. No one gives a shit.
What's that?
What?
See, I can't even hear you from across the
Yeah.
desk.
Wow.
Well, if you can't, I'll just continue to riff on you. Now, focus on your breath. Breathe in.
It's going to
And
impact the
breathe out.
recording.
I have to hide under the table soon. Rats.
I did. Border barrels back after a slight intermission there.
We can probably
And,
still hear some rain. We're sorry.
And you probably heard some pretty harsh lyrics from Hutto.
Sorry, yeah,
so-
we might cut that.
Yeah.
Cut
All
that,
right,
cut
we'll
that,
see how
cut
we
that,
go. We'll see. We might keep it in. You never know.
We're just going to drink these beers as quickly as we can before another storm comes over.
Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, there's been some pretty heavy rain down here on the border. So, yeah.
Let's get straight
the
into it
covers
then.
are off. We're getting straight into it. What do we got, Hudson?
Bridge Road
Yes.
Eggstar.
Yes.
The first of our
Yes.
Easter beeros.
I'm very
And
excited.
the next 3 cans are just the same beer in different coloured
That would be-
cans.
that would be
There's
fine.
16 different cans.
That would be fine. So, what I want to know about this one,
What I want to know.
what I want to know, is it the same as last year? Is it a new take? Do we know? I guess we'll...
I'll tell you what you want.
Yeah.
It's new,
Okay.
I believe. They said on
Oh, it was
their
so good
website.
last year. I'm scared.
there. So it's a triple chocolate ale.
Yeah.
In 16 different cans. No, there is a blurb.
Oi.
So yeah, 355 ml, 6% triple choc ale. This decadent triple choc ale possesses an uncanny ability to make every rich mouthful feel like a holiday. Easter tastes like your favourite Easter chocolate in beer form.
It does. It does.
So
It's delicious.
A little blurb.
prove it, Bridge Road.
So, technically, so it's a chocolate ale. So is that a brown ale?
Oh.
It's
We might
just
get
melted
Simo into
chocolate.
brown ales.
Oh, it's just so fucking good. It's
I've
honestly-
always thought that their porter was just melted
Like a
chocolate.
cat.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
didn't
chocolate.
they bring out the chocolate porter? I thought that's what the
Yeah.
Easter was.
Well, yeah, they sort of I don't know. We need to ask them.
We should have gotten a chocolate bunny, which is
I gave you
the
heaps.
I know you
the
did, thank
intended
you.
way to consume this beer. You cut the ears off a rabbit,
cut the
Yep.
heads off.
not a real rabbit.
Yep.
I mean, you do you. Peter.
Oh, it smells good. It smells very good.
Oh yeah, malts.
And I've got a rogue nose hair that's getting around. 'Cause
Joe
I can-
Rogue knows.
Yeah, I can feel it when I'm smelling it. It tickles
Joe
it.
Rogue hair.
Right. So on the webs, $7.50 for this fella.
Interesting. What do we think?
I've had it before,
Yeah,
but I'll have it again.
A bit more stouty.
I would say a bit more stout, more roasty, less chocolatey.
It's
yeah.
so smooth,
It is smooth though. It's very good.
like Carlos Santana.
Yeah, this is good. This is one of those ones that you just look forward to each year now. Far out, it's good. Well done,
Every
Bridge
time
Road.
you start any sentence with like a potential generic throwaway line, I'm just always going to think of the infamous one from last week.
The one thing
This is one of
about this
those
beer,
ones.
I don't like it.
It's
Well,
one of those ones that you have it and you're like, this is good.
The one thing about this beer is I fucking like it.
yeah, I really like it. I really like it a lot. No, well done, Bridge Road. This is awesome. I would say, I don't know. I'd like to compare the two next to each other, and whoever knows, if there's anyone watching this from Bridge Road, they're probably like, oh, dickhead. But I don't know. I reckon it's probably maybe a little less chocolatey. I think it is different
Yeah.
to
The
last
triple-
year.
It's less chocolatey.
The word triple in the title is not misleading. I don't mean it that way. When I first saw this online, because the can arts were different, I actually thought they'd done a few variations of the beer, and the triple was like a 9%
Yeah.
version. It's
Oh, imagine.
So the thing with this one that's interesting is can art. We're scoring this can, which is
Yeah.
one of 16.
which looks like a rainbow Neapolitan ice cream.
And I've seen other cans of this, and some are cooler, some are worse.
And that was such a good idea, because when you get a random bag of Easter eggs, they'll have different colours. That's a really nice touch. They're very clever, very
Almost as good as Little Bang's. Was it the IPA or the Pale they did that was all computed AI generated titles?
Oh, yeah,
and can
the
hearts.
AI generated. Well, I saw someone, Dayton, did a AI generated beer.
The recipe was AI generated.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Yeah.
That's interesting.
So
Yeah.
that could be. That'd be cool.
I'd be keen to
we
try
should
that.
We should maybe try and acquire some of that. We still haven't done Dayton.
That's the second
yet,
Dayton
either.
reference on the pod, so that may be coming up soon.
Who knows?
Oh, someone would have seen my next beer.
Hmm.
Next beer in the. Gee, Simon's gone big here. There's some massive variation in can art here. This is the first time that I've seen like a huge difference. So like
can art.
you've gone 3.25, Zach. I've gone 3.5. Simon's gone 4.75.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm not saying that you're wrong.
No,
but
not
you're
at
wrong.
all. Can
I
art's
like
the
it.
one thing.
And I'm
that is-
a big fan of Bridge Road as well. And I think in comparison to what the can art was previously, that's a bloody 4.75 for me.
I think if
Looks great.
so I've given this as advertised 4.5, but I reckon if they removed triple, it would have been a 5. Because in
Yeah.
my mind,
Yeah.
that triple
Yeah.
makes it seem like it's melted chocolate.
Well, yes.
But there's just that it's more than a hint of chocolate. There's a note of chocolate,
Yeah.
but not like it's not like fuck.
Yeah.
This is chocolate.
So what is the triple part?
I
we
don't know.
think?
There's like triple the
Because-
amount of chocolate that they
'cause-
would do in their something else.
Because last year was Eggster, and
But
then it went to
wasn't
chocolate.
6% last year either, was it? I thought it was a bit less than that. Is that maybe it's triple
Yeah, it
because
was-
it's sort of suggesting, the chocolate malt flavour should be stronger? Which
This was Eggster last year, and then it changed to chocolate porter once Easter was over.
Eggster was a bit of a broad search there, Hudson.
Oh well, how many things would be called Eggster? Honestly,
While you look that up, hey, Sime,
Yep.
if I brewed a chocolate beer, what do you reckon I would call it? And I think you can get this.
Oh no, I can't. But in hindsight, I'd be like, why didn't I get that? on
I'd
the
call
way
it the
home?
90%.
What do you mean?
We
Why?
talk about dark chocolate, so I've gone up to 90%
Oh,
dark
yeah,
chocolate.
far
What are
out.
you? You're on 70 still or 75?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tolerate 70, but I don't enjoy it. And also, like, it's a lint 70%.
Okay.
So that's not like lint is it's good stuff.
yeah.
either.
So last year was an Eggster triple chocolate ale too.
What percentage? 6 as well.
The can art last year looked like a
6,
Hawthorne
yeah,
jumper they
same.
never used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looked but it looked like one of those terrible
Sweater.
Christmas sweaters.
Yeah, which was pretty cool, and I mean, it fit in with the rest of
And
the
then
range as far
before
as the
that
same
was
style.
the magical Easter unicorn.
Yeah,
You don't like the Christmas unicorn, but I fucking love it.
Oh, I came
swear
around.
too
Is that the
much,
one
sorry.
with vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, I came around to it.
Um,
But
we
just anything nitro can get out.
I think we need to invest in a program that, like, we feed the audio in and it finds the swear words and goes beep or something.
Wait, I haven't.
Yeah, but we're not getting
We're all right.
we're not getting we're not losing views from the odd swear word, and we don't use them that often.
Oh, I do. I'm bad.
No, you're all right. Righto. Give us
Righto.
another extra. I would drink a carton of those easy, and I would die happy.
Side of meth, please. Shout out to
Carton of chocolate.
Yeah, imagine-
egg beer.
imagine-
Shout out to part 1.
Imagine some meth in there.
That's how you die. Literally. Beer 6.
Jervis Bay. Jervis or Jervis?
I would say Jervis, but I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
I've heard people say Jarvis.
I've been there and I still don't know.
Wait, is that a different place? No, I reckon
That's on
there
the
is Jarvis Bay on the south coast, but I reckon there's also Jervis. Oh no, it is the
That's the
same.
south coast. Near Huskisson or
okay.
something.
A
there?
beautiful
Yes.
Huskisson, the
A
cleanest
beautiful Huskisson.
cleanest beach in Australia that is also dog friendly and you can drink at.
Now, is Jervis Bay part of the ACT?
No, so there is Jarvis Bay, which is
South
part
Coast.
of New South Wales, but then there is also Jarvis Bay Territory, which is part of the ACT, which is so Jarvis Bay itself, yes, actually, Simon, is in Jarvis Bay Territory, which I think is part of the ACT because it allows them to have ocean access.
Yeah, so every state has to have some sort of port, I believe.
Yeah,
is
so
the rule.
that's ACT's port, which 5 Mile Beach. Yeah, so Jarvis Bay. Yeah, it is.
St George's
There you
Basin.
go.
But
Absolutely
the bay itself, the water, Jarvis Bay, actually feeds into 90% New South Wales, 10% Jarvis Bay Territory.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I just thought
So-
that was really a random fact.
What a weird.
And I was wrong. It was Hymes Beach. It's the cleanest beach. You can go out and stand at neck level water, still see your feet, and you have sand whiting that are probably only a foot long, just swimming around your feet whilst you do so.
Speak for yourself. I couldn't do it.
Oh no, but like you can still stand.
Simo's neck height. Our neck height is Simo's drowning height.
Yeah, I reckon.
Drowning height
He's
is
gone.
the best term.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Shin,
like
shin
how-
height. Shin height.
How
I'd-
tall's your mate? Like drowning height.
Like
I'm
if
gonna use that.
you're in the water up to your knees, he's drowning.
Righto, just pour the beer, all right?
Sorry, yeah. So Jarvis Bay Brewing Co. Excellent street chocolate milk nitro stout.
Oh,
Sime.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to actually be a pain to pour.
Whilst you try.
I might have to do it off the bench so that I don't get it everywhere.
Whilst you
the
try,
Simo's Sunday Roast
I
stout.
have a sequel to the Rex Hunt fishing adventures from last week.
I watched the next 27
No, so
minutes.
I went fishing at St George's Basin,
it's
and
last week.
just there, just right near where you actually were with the.
Oh, jeez, you must have done a bit
yeah.
last week.
Yep. No, I didn't go there last week. This was years ago. But I was on a pier just having a fish, just pulling a couple of little brim in, and there was a gentleman that came back with a whole bunch of flathead, and the biggest flathead. Oh, he's done all right. The biggest flathead I've ever seen in my life, and the guy was like, I'm going to let this one go, and you got to take the fish out to a bit deeper water so you know that it's sort of safe. So he walked the fish out and let it go, but it actually stayed at his feet. And then he walked into the water, and the fish, like a polite dog, followed him everywhere he went.
There you go.
So he basically had a pet flathead until he had to be like, "Oh, mate, I can't stay. I've got to go. Like, I've got a family to deal with."
And you get arrested because you had your hands down your
And
pants.
the poor flathead was like, "Oh,
This is not a masturbatory beach.
me. There's this dude over here jerking off.
You can't masturbate on this beach, man.
for God's sakes!"
Well, you started it technically. All right, let's have a go at this. I've never had anything from this brewery. I don't think I've heard of them.
They had a brewery until
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
was
know
aware
either.
of the
Right now.
brewery.
I'm pretty excited.
Where is it?
So I'm a friend of ours is actually aware of this brewery, I believe.
Okay, is it Jervis?
Jervis?
Jarvis.
We could ask her.
Look that
but-
up, Jarvis. Leanna.
No, it's not Leanna.
Yeah.
A young girl we know the name of Myra.
Oh, Miser,
Is
you
aware of
bloody
that area,
legend.
yeah.
Love Miser. Shout out to Miser. And also Leanna.
Jarvis Bay.
Oh, it does the mouth.
Jarvis Bay.
Whoa, here you go. Okay, so Jervis or Jarvis Bay in Australia, American pronunciation.
Jervis Bay.
British I hope you got that in there. Can you hear that?
Yeah, you can a little
British
bit, yeah.
pronunciation.
Jarvis Bay.
So it's whether you're British or American, apparently, in Australia. Dance or Jarvis? Jarvis or Jervis?
Jervis.
That's pretty. It's very smooth. So that's the nitro part.
Yeah,
but I think
It's real chocolate milky.
Yeah.
I'm getting a...
Oh, sorry. Slight segue.
It's like a chocolate milk,
Because
only
it says,
nitro.
I was going to say, it was funny, I was actually thinking of the description for the Eggster, and I was going to say it's a bit thinner. Then I realised it said chocolate milk. So yeah, I'm getting more chocolate milk on that.
But I'm getting chocolate. It's more chocolatey.
It is more chocolatey. And also, I feel like a dickhead because last week we were talking about Grazzi, remember? And Bailey's came up.
Yes.
How many Baileys?
I was like, well, it's not as if there's like chocolate, bloody alcoholic milk. It's like, well, yeah.
There's lots.
It's Bailey's.
And
There's
then the
heaps.
next week we did a podcast.
Well, not that it's chocolate. Like, you know what I'm saying. Anyway. Dickhead.
So there is a blurb, by the way, and also can $6.50 I found online. So $6.50 for, I don't think I read it out, a 5.4%.
Oh, okay. It tastes like that.
Yeah, so it's a little bit lighter. Here's a basket you'll want to put all your eggs into. This luscious stout is filled with smooth, chocolatey goodness. Named in honour of our brewer, Nigel's Neighbourhood, it's the perfect Easter chocolate fix without the foil wrappers. But like the Easter Bunny, it won't be here for long. Hop to it.
Nice. To the point.
Brewed in Huskerson.
Couple of puns. Love Huskerson. Really interesting place to visit as well, because you go there and it's like, oh, where's the main street? Or like, where's the pub? Where are the hotels? No, none of that. Don't worry about it. It's just like an area with a bunch of holiday houses that you just book through Airbnb or just stays or whatever. Yeah. Like it's just such a, if you want to get off the grid for a bit and just chill.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well,
spot.
it's interesting, right? So a lot of country towns are based around the pub and the footy club and the main street between the two, pretty much.
Yep.
That's sort of what a lot of country Australia is. So yeah, when you go to a small place like that, you kind of expect the same setup. But I think, I was talking to someone recently. It's really interesting that those two things were like the lifeblood of the town, and it determines the layout. Really good conversation. Everyone was enthralled. Just like you are now.
I'm listening, dickhead. Jesus.
I think it's interesting.
God, you're so desperate for validation.
Please.
So you remember the mission statement for this podcast?
Validate everyone.
We wanted everyone that listened to feel like they're having a beer with us and having the usual conversations that you would whilst you're at the pub or somewhere having beers. So this is fine. The beer talk into
and we're talking
with this conversation.
And also, like we're talking into microphones. It's not that much different to what you get anyway.
Yeah, if we're at the pub, this is the same conversation we'd have at the pub. I forget that I'm talking into a microphone sometimes. That's why I'm a meter and a half away from it.
Yeah. In the distance.
Sorry, I'm just typing up your scores so that we can
good on you.
rub them out for the
my
next.
first beer from Jarvis Bay Brewing Co.
Jervois. Jervois Bay.
Jabba.
Doobity darby. I didn't see that, you don't.
Oh, bloody, all right.
I type slow.
No, you don't. You're doing all right.
I'm going single hand.
Tap it for me.
Did I tell you the value? Yeah, $6.50. $6.50 dues. $6.50 bucks. Shout out Bluey. New episode tomorrow, everyone.
Yeah, cool.
Did you see someone on the...
Yeah.
Hang on.
Cool.
I don't know.
Let
I've
the
never.
dads talk for a bit.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, did you see that someone had a go at Bluey online because apparently Bluey's family is too perfect and they
What
clearly
is
are too
your-
wealthy?
Yeah, well, I mean, they're homeowners.
I mean, they homeowners.
Yeah, they're homeowners, so they're already a step ahead of 50% of
Yeah,
the
but
world.
I haven't seen it right. But who's to say what their bloody LVR is? They might have just got the loan. They might have had to get bloody LMI.
No, because they go on a lot of holidays and they're doing a lot of stuff.
They're also blue heelers.
Have the bank give them a loan.
But they might have an investment property or
So
something.
they had to basically save the 100% of the house value, because which bank would give a blue heeler a loan?
But I swear if Lisa
I guess
McCune
so.
doesn't get on there soon for like a bloody...
Who's Lisa McCune?
From Blue Heeler.
Blue heelers.
Are you too young?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, that's okay.
I
yeah.
know what Blue Heelers is, but I
Late
haven't
90s,
watched a
early
second of
2000s
it.
Australian cop drama.
Nah.
John Wood was in it.
No, that's even further. At least I
Yeah.
reckon I know Lisa McCune, but I thought it
Yeah,
was like
that's
someone
okay.
related to you.
Or someone from footy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lee's from netball. Yeah, no, she runs a canteen as well.
lady.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about on a side note, the Thaguna Footy Club's opened up their new pavilion, and there are a few building errors.
Yeah, one of them being that there's cubicles in the showers.
Oh, Jesus. No, that the coach's box door can't close because when they were building, they opened the door and then put a handrail. They bolted a handrail into the concrete, but where the handrail is, the door hits it when you try to close
so it only opens like about that far rather than that far.
So it's open fully and then a handrail, so they can't close the door back over. And then also in the coach's box, all the windows are fixed. No sliding windows. So you can't shout out and go, get him off! Get Minson off!
now, before we go any further, we won't comment
Yeah.
who built it, if anyone knows.
I don't know.
We'll
I
talk about
actually
that
don't know.
And I'd love to look it up, and I have some theories.
I have some theories.
No Google reviews.
It was Tim. It was fucking Tim Allen from home whatever.
I don't think so, Tim.
Righto.
What noise did he used to make? Yeah.
I was trying to think of it too.
I'd just like to point out that as a podcast, we thought last week was one of our best podcasts, and I feel like we're about to tick over into the same areas of last week where we'd been through maybe 4 beers, and now we're getting into the stage where it's like, all right, now we're funny.
Yeah, so I think maybe we might have to have some warm-up beers before we do any of the others. Like, we just have a couple of lags.
Yeah,
I used to do that, but
we're
then
gonna
Hutto
have
would
to have
drive
prees.
and be sober, and then it would just be awkward because I'd be semi-pissed and Hutto wasn't.
We'd have to have prees now. Well,
Yeah.
now that it's at the
Maybe
Not So
that's what-
Good shed, our relation to the local pubs, we are quite close to the local pubs.
Yeah, we are. Yep. Yep.
Now,
What is next?
this next beer, we've actually had on the pod before, but
Have we?
yeah.
If it's not some velvet.
No, I was fucking lying.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
Oh.
Strange lie.
Yeah, that's weird. Why did you do that?
It's weird that you would do that.
Yeah, that's not very good, is it?
What does he have to gain from lying?
What?
So it is an ether beer. Creature. Well, it's not actually Creature of the Night, which is weird because I've got it as Creature of the Night, but on the can it says Peanut Butter Stout seasonal release.
Yeah, well, that's...
Almost like the Creature of the Night is no more, and this is what.
So
So-
you did lie.
So we've had
Is it the
this
same?
beer.
Is it the same liquid form?
Yeah, apparently, but it's the same beer, but it's not the same can.
I thought last time we
And
had
there's a
that
couple
beer,
of crows.
I thought last time we had that beer, I just faintly heard the can saying, "You fool! This isn't even my final form."
Well done. Yeah, that's good.
So that's the can art now. It looks like 2 crows touching feet inside of a peach.
Looks like 2 crows fucking.
And they've got...
Sorry, the guy from Wagga just got really
Why have they
excited
both got
over it.
6 packs
Land of
and
many.
massive tits? They got big fucking Terry Crews tits.
Well, I think what the art is saying here, I think
Look,
Yeah, they're pretty big tits.
the raven,
they're pretty big bird tits.
the bird's like, "You fool." Yeah, I love this brewery so much.
Bird tits brew.
So we did. Anyone listen to our Ether pod?
BTB.
I actually went and purchased their West Coast IPA and their American Pale from the core range. Thoroughly enjoyable beers. Awesome. Yet to be disappointed by these guys. Love the peanut butter stout last time. I reckon we'll like it just as much, even with the different canner.
Yeah, one thing to mention is the 10-cent return on the can.
What is it?
10-cent return on
So,
the
yeah,
can.
So it's not the crow tits, it's the...
So the beer, $9.50 online, but you've got to factor in the refund of 10 cents.
That's like $9.40.
Actually, $9.40.
Before
How have we
rebate.
never done this before?
Also, it kind of like I'd have to re-listen to it, but when Zach was going through like the other ether beers he was talking about, it was a little bit like it was reading off a teleprompter, which made it seem like he was being held hostage by ether. Read this.
Recently,
I enjoy the other beers. that they
Recently,
have.
I had a beer. It was a West Coast IPA. I enjoyed it. Ha ha ha.
You'll find that generally, if I really like something and want to promote it, I will sound as though like they're already paying me to like try and sell them around the community.
Nah, that's good. That's good. Let's rip into it.
You know, Zach likes a beer when he turns into hostage Zach.
Oh, not HZ.
Tell you what, that looks like the colour of a lot of peanut butters. The actual.
It's so
can
thick.
colour,
Well, you're the peanut butter connoisseur.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about his fucking 40 kilo jar.
Now, when we did that pod, had I finished the jar?
I'm unsure of the timestamp of the jar.
Yeah, so at Christmas I got
Show
a
us
3
your
kilo jar of peanut butter. It was finished by the first week of February.
It was pretty
That
insane.
makes me uncomfortable that one, you've eaten that much peanut butter, and two, someone bought you 3 kilos of peanut butter going, he will finish this before it goes off.
Yeah.
Now, we just a little quick transition back to our old footy podcast. There is an AFL player who eats more peanut butter than I do, and his partner has told him he's just not allowed to, and he's trying to wean himself off it. One, Paddy McCartan, said he used to eat a jar a day.
Oh, jeez.
No wonder he's diabetic.
He must.
Sorry, I know he's not that diabetic.
When he goes into poop, he must be super efficient. That must be like, I need to poop. Right. All right.
Turning one of those, like, it's not the turny taps, it's one of the, like, the lift up. It's just like, oh no.
Oh, God. I'll tell you what, but by the smell of this,
Bloody new coat of paint.
I need to get my EpiPen ready because I reckon we're about to really experience.
We've really lost the diabetic crowd today.
Yes, I did my first aid course the other week. It was very interesting.
Now, if someone has the peanut butter shits, this is how you have to deal with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big EpiPen. It's just like you're like, oh, and then just go.
What about, like, there was one, I was friends, I'm still friends with someone who is allergic to nuts, and he was like, he'd have to tell people how to use his, he'd be like, I have an EpiPen, this is how it's used, because apparently
It's not
like
obvious.
a lot of people stab the wrong part, like they stab themselves with the, it's not a steroid, is it? It's like a...
So it's adrenaline.
Yeah,
It's
adrenaline. So they go buzz, put the top ends on their thumbs on the top end. It goes in the thumb.
Yeah, so it's pretty confusing. So it's like a pen.
Yeah.
And people pull it off. They're like, oh, okay. So it must be this end. And then they go bang, and then the needle goes through their thumb.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, right, I'm ready for anything.
I better save this guy's life.
I'm going to punch him in the neck.
Have you got
To be fair, Hudson, have you watched The Walking Dead?
first 4 seasons?
I thought you were going to say that they have watched that show too much. They just go right in the temple.
And also, this might save someone's life. Read the pen and also hold it in for 3 seconds. It's not like on the movies where you go bang. That's a pen. That's a different one. But with the EpiPen, you have to hold in for 3 seconds for it to...
See, the worrying thing about Simo getting his first aid course and reading the pen is once he's finished reading the pen, he's already forgotten what the start of the pen said.
And he's worried because he doesn't even have his pen license.
100%. 100%.
No one gave me my pen license.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, this is such... I love
I
this
was
beer.
I was left-handed in the worst time to be left-handed.
Yeah.
No one gave me my pen license.
Oh, no.
Where's the can? Sorry.
Over there.
So this is, in fact...
And there's no blurb. No blurb.
And
Zero
this is
blurb.
this is the same beer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the same beer.
Well, you've
different
already
can.
got our scores, so you may as well put them in.
Well,
And
no,
the
but
art's
can art's different. And that's what I was going to ask.
It tastes
because
tastes better than the first time.
Yeah, so Simo had mentioned this last week. Your score depends on the day.
Yep.
So I thought, I could copy and paste it, but I shan't.
Okay.
Oh, shunt.
The art is by an artist called Mel Hardigan.
Good on you,
It's
Mel.
called Spree 1, and it's via hand-coloured etching.
Hand-coloured etching.
Yeah, I like that.
She etched into her hands.
Hello, would you like to see some etches?
Ironically, she's allergic to peanuts.
Yeah, well, I'll sort her out there.
Oh, it's so nutty.
I like this.
See, I
definitely
don't like
this more
peanut
than
butter,
the
so
first
it's
time.
tough. I feel dry.
Turn it off. I'm dry. How much was this?
Turn
one?
this
Sorry.
machine off. I'm dry.
And how do we do
Shout out to Stephen Brule.
as advertised? Do we have a?
I'm going off just
description
that it
of
says peanut butter stout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, cool. All right. Well, it's peanut butter as fuck.
Value $9.50. What did I say it was? 7%.
Oh,
So it's 2.1.
This will come up with a bit of a weird score. Oh, I'm really enjoying it the second time.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Two of my loves, peanut butter and beer.
I was going to say, and Simo.
Gatekeeper of peanut butter. Welcome. You may enter.
We said if we ever do a beer collab, I want to do one with Mavers. Mavers peanut butter, and we do a peanut butter.
Yeah, but we need to find. The problem is we need to find a brewery. The point of doing a beer collab is that we're doing it with a brewery.
No,
Shout out Miko Rants.
We're the facilitator. So
hey, Mick. But like,
so we
happy
get
birthday to
we
Miko
get
Rants.
Miko Rants to talk to Mavers.
so it's a Sunday Road Border Barrels Mavers
Peanut butter
collab.
stout.
Jesus, we're hard pressed finding a brewery, let alone finding a brewery to then let us also bring in Mavers who we haven't spoken to.
Yeah, but and we haven't spoken to Mick either. But
No, I know.
He follows us, and we follow him. That's talking in this day and age.
And did you hear what I said before? It's his birthday.
It is birthday.
recently.
Happy birthday, Miko
Happy
Rants.
birthday. When?
Oh, it was a couple of days ago.
Okay.
I'm unsure of the how many laps around the sun, but what a good bloke. That's really good the second time. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Easter as a whole.
Oh, really? You're
I
right.
was thinking about ether as a whole.
How come
That's pretty good.
people were less, like they weren't as flabbergasted that Jesus just left that rock prison? The rock tomb that he was in. Like, they were just kind of like, oh, there's no one here now. There wasn't like, holy shit, the dead guy's gone.
What do you mean? Isn't that the same thing?
No, but like...
No, they're like, someone must have stolen that corpse.
Yeah, like it was kind of like
Yeah,
they
okay.
knew he was going to be gone. Like he was only there.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it was like an Airbnb, but he had to die to get in. They were like, oh, in 2 days he'll be gone.
I believe he now prefers to be referred to as Dwayne Johnson, not the Rock that he moved out of the way.
The rock tomb.
And I believe his name is Jesus.
That could be a good Photoshop I could do. Really turn the Catholics off our podcast by putting the Rock's face as the Rock of the rock tomb.
But is it going to be Rock in the turtleneck or Rock like smiling?
Well, it's going to be easier if he's bald because he already has that rock form.
They have the eyebrow.
Do you know what that eyebrow is called?
People's eyebrow?
The people's eyebrow.
There you go. Just like the people's elbow and the people's bloody turning shaft.
No, he used to call it the people's strudel. If you're talking about his,
Strudel.
Why is it squashed?
he's rock dude.
Aren't strudels like
It's
this
just
weird
wrapped in
squash?
pastry.
Wrapped in pastry. And it's oozing out.
Yeah, it's just a bunch
Well-
of baked apples.
Well, funny story about that.
It's just a bunch of baked apples in foreskin.
And I read up about the rock.
Stay away from me.
Look at my strudel.
Yeah, I read up about the rock's penis. It can also,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was on a
It's his
website.
autobiography.
It can also be used as an EpiPen.
Don't insert the wrong end.
He's actually coming back to wrestling soon. That's his new finishing move, the EpiPen. It's like a pile driver, but he's like the face is facing the crutch.
So I
as
think
opposed to
we've worked out that the
Okay.
sweet spot is 6 beers and not 7.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ is dead at the moment. See him in 2 days. Try
You're
again.
going to see us in 2 days.
I don't think you will.
Well, I mean,
We might be going in the rock tube and staying.
I mean, for someone that could turn water into wine, like I'd be out for 2 days too, maybe longer.
Oh, imagine the money he saves when he has a night out on the piss with Judas.
All right,
You drink that peanut butter stout, I reckon.
it's very good.
I don't want to. Can 3?
Can ass.
No, not you. You're not Jesus. Jesus would drink the peanut butter stout.
What would be like, so if the, like water to wine, what would be the water equivalent that he'd turn into this peanut butter stout
Oh, we need an equivalent.
to water? So like if peanut butter stout is the wine, what was the water?
Assumption Gardens.
Just the Ganges.
yeah. Because if it's peanut butter, it's thick and brown.
Yeah.
So any body of water near you, listener,
it's-
that is thick and brown. Hence why I said Assumption
Oh,
Gardens for us in the
Stop
border.
talking about the rock.
Or perhaps the equivalent is like the person that stops you at the supermarket and talks to you, and you're like, "I'm going to turn you into peanut butter stout." See you later. We've finished this, and now I have stout. All right.
All right, what do we got? We got one more beer.
Yes.
One more beer.
No, we got 2 more beers because we've got a
'cause it's
special
Oh, quick then.
Easter. Sorry, what do you mean quick? Where do you need to be?
Magical
I got a lift
mystery
coming, but we
beer.
had to pause, remember?
I've got a bloody...
I don't want to message my mum live on the podcast.
You can.
You don't have to voicemail her. You can just
message.
Call mum.
It
Oh.
is, speaking of Dayton,
Oh, yeah.
Dayton Crumbalicious Honeycomb and Toffee Stout.
I reckon I may have had this
Fergalicious.
many moons ago. Couple of burps for the boys. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that was deep.
yeah, that was forced.
Yeah.
Don't spew. That would be funny. We would still put that up. I don't care what you say.
No, I really want next Christmas party someone to spew on camera.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll really get deep. We'll go
I mean,
deep.
there's a mate of ours we should invite back if you want that.
Did he spew?
He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Did he? I know he's face down for a while.
That was Australia Day. Was it Australia Day a few years ago?
Shout out, Jez.
Oh, yeah. Just outside
Oh, yeah, he did
Didn't
too.
we calculate that he had 21 standard drinks?
in about 4 hours.
Yeah.
And he ended it with the Pirate Life Ice Bock. And he had 2 of them because Simo refused to drink it.
Yeah,
And
and also,
we'd like to point out he's a bit younger than us, but he was trying to join in on our journey, which is great. But
Yeah,
he,
and
he
he-
enjoyed the
well, it's-
Imperial Sours.
It's not the fact that he's younger than us. It's the fact that he wasn't as seasoned a
Yeah.
craft beer drinker, and he
Piss
went
fit.
through multiple stormtroopers from said brewery, Dayton.
yeah.
Which
and then he
was-
also had a few Hope Imperial Sours at Beer Deluxe.
And
But
then
it-
my
yeah.
3-month-old puppy at the time also had all those beers because she ate his spew
Yeah, that's true.
while he was passed out outside, and we left him to be
Also,
passed
if we were
out.
to give Jez a rating, it'd be a 5 out of 5. He's a really good bloke.
as advertised 5.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a really
Value
good
5.
Turns out what day it was, though. That day, 1.
No, it's still 5.
guy. Oh no, he was great.
He gave it his
He was
all.
a great. He was so polite.
Yeah, that's true.
Like he didn't spew inside once.
No.
He spewed outside, and then he offered to hose it down
Yeah. No,
when he
he's-
regained consciousness.
Yes. Many days later.
I would recommend
3 days
Jez
later.
spews at your house.
Yeah.
If anyone needs someone to spew at their house,
Yeah.
Jez, great candidate, very respectful. Would have, again,
Yeah.
that's his Airbnb rating.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yes, Dayton beer. It is, where do we go? 7.1%. So it's slightly more ABV than the peanut butter stout. 300 and no, sorry, that's a big lie. 33 IBU. I was going to say 300 IBU.
What is
Simo's
331 BU?
fucked. BU.
so IBU is the bitterness unit.
Yeah.
So if the higher, the more bitter.
International bitterness units.
Yeah.
Dayton beer. It's back, baby. Imagine toffee, honeycomb, and chocolate are having a party at the brewery, and your tongue is invited.
Okay.
Happy Easter, beer lovers. Contains lactose. So, let's pour this.
Shit.
Now, in our break, we were listening to some death metal vocalists, and that wasn't too bad from you.
Yeah.
It was on the verge.
Big fry scream.
Yeah. You know about fry screams?
I know about.
I've never brought up fry screams to you
screams.
because I didn't know you knew about them.
I'm educated.
Is that clean? Yeah, it's fine.
Is that clean?
Is that clean?
Wonder how we're going to go from peanut butter to honeycomb.
Well,
I think
that
I've had
was-
this before, but it's been
These
a while.
two were, like, the last two
Thanks.
we've had were a bit tough to find a decent. I just went based off ABV alone because I was like, flavour-wise, they're both so prevalent that one
Decadent.
one may impact the other.
Oh, there it is. Crunchy.
Good.
So can art,
crunchy.
can art's very cool.
Oh, I reckon this is one my wife would like, actually.
Blurb, I
Yeah.
did enjoy that
Yeah.
blurb,
Yeah, the
especially
honeycomb's
mentioning
nice.
the tongue. One of my favourite appendages. Is it an appendage if it's still inside your body?
Well, it can be outside too. It's just turning into something else.
Well, I did say the fine line was 6 beers, and now we're at 8
Yes. Well,
and counting.
Yeah, I'm worried there's another one.
You know the world's ending when we're watching Clippers and Westbrook hit a shot.
No, we can't get into this because I'll tell you what. So I watched this game last night. This is Lakers versus Clippers. Why can't Clippers play like this against any other team other than the Lakers? It's ridiculous.
Well, because Kawhi's actually playing minutes. He's not sitting out because he's
Yeah, but the
dog was crook.
The style of play, I don't know basketball well. Oh, Gratzy's had enough. He's like, yeah, see ya, basketball. Fuck
Speaking
that.
of crook dogs,
Yeah, bloody crook dog.
he's going to see Jez out the back.
Yeah, face down. But yeah, Gizzo played well last night. But
they're
we
killing
we really struggle against a number of teams we just can't beat. We cannot beat the Pelicans ever.
You bunch of pelicans.
Valanciunas just does that shot where he just like, it's like the Jokic shot where he just goes 3, 3, 3.
Like a soccer throw in.
Yeah, it's gross.
Well, it's like,
Can't beat it.
I think the thing is why Clippers beat the Lakers, and it all comes down to your favourite player and the guy that I think is the reason why Clippers will never win a title. Ivica, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, Zubats.
Number 40.
The reason you guys beat the Lakers is because they don't have a real centre.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they don't. Yep.
The reason you suck against the Pels is because they have a real centre.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems that
But-
you lose to teams with real centres.
Yeah, Valanciunas he's a big fella.
He's so good.
He's
so
is.
underrated.
He's so underrated. And also, Jakob Poeltl is underrated.
Yeah, he's
as well.
But that's the whole thing. Like, I think there's a few NBA guys that have like a couple of like the AFL mentalities, especially at a local level, where it's like, hey, like, I'm not that good, but I give a fuck. I really do give a fuck. And that's Poeltl. It's like, hey, I'm probably not as skilled as Jokic,
Yeah.
but like, I'll care more.
Yeah.
Trust that.
Yeah. No. Is that
So
the ad?
apparently Zach has gone outside for whatever reason and brought every local bird.
Oh,
I
it was
summoned,
a bird. I thought it
a
was
gang of cockatoos.
I didn't know what it was.
What's a group of
Jeez.
cockatoos called?
Cocks.
Well,
An orgy of cockatoos.
A gaggle. Hey?
Oh, I've
a
seen
Subway footlong of...
a crackle.
Yeah. That's
pretty good.
awesome.
I also.
So whose job is it to come up with the
So
collective noun?
adventuretours.com.au, a crackle of cockatoos, probably named for the sound they make when you throw them on the barbie. Joking, please don't barbecue our native wildlife.
They sound like they're crackling when they're coming above. Yeah, they're flying above.
Coming above.
Flying
Jeez.
above.
Jeez.
Flying above. My goal for this podcast was not have to go for a wee during it, so I do apologise.
Well, we've been going a while.
Yeah.
You guys,
Well, it may not see if you've listened to this
the
in
30-minute halftime break for
Should have used that time.
some Allen's lollies, orange slices, and Simo gave us a big rev.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was like,
He told us, I've never been more fearful of Simo in my life. I thought he'd have a knife on him at one point.
It's funny because like, what a weird circle of life. We were scared of Simo, but then like Simo's scared of water.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what it was. It's that because it started raining, he got defensive, and that's when he was like,
He's concerned by the puddle.
He went into survival mode, and we were all a threat. I'm surprised you came back. I thought you drowned out there. There was a lot of rain before.
The only thing I was drowning in is bloody the dog.
Cockatoos,
No, I
cockatoos
I was-
coming above.
I looked at the backyard.
Did
I
you
was,
hear that I said that, Simon? What? I made a faux pas. Is
When
that
the
correct?
cockatoos come above you,
I said,
so much. Why are there so many cockatoos coming?
but I must have. Speaking of things being in me, I must have a bit of canine in me because I'm like, where am I going to wee? And then I walked over and started weeing, and I'm like, there's a lot of dog shit over here.
I thought you'd waited right on top of where I did, but with a leg cocked.
Yeah.
This is my area. Stop. No, but the thing about dog shit is I have a lot of it out in the backyard.
Think about it.
I've stored many dog shits. But
It's hard when you
how
got
come
two
dogs
dogs.
never stand in their dog shit? Like there's so much dog shit out there. I'll throw the ball to the dogs and they'll just sprint
Yeah.
without looking, and they'll
100%.
come back and there's no shit disturbed.
Yeah.
It makes no sense because as soon as I take one step on the grass, looking at the shit that I don't want to step on, it's like
No, I'll agree.
it's like straight on the foot.
Every time you throw the ball out, it's like bam, ba, bam, ba, bam, bam, bam,
Yeah.
ba, bam, bam,
But happening
and it's
real
like,
fast.
"Da-na-na, na-na-na."
Fucking every dog is Tom Cruise.
Do you have
Yes.
a price for this beer?
Oh yeah.
Your Dayton Crumalicious.
I didn't even give
Oh
a
no, I
shit.
deleted
Came
it.
in coffee
I
stars.
didn't even care.
$7.
What?
$7 for 7.1%.
Is that the equivalent in this pack?
No. I'll have a look.
It can't be cheap.
It can't be. It can't be. $28 for a 4-pack. So 28 divided by 4. $7.
There you go, beer drop, $7.79.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're wrong.
No, well, I'm just doing the math.
No,
Because you can only
quick
buy it in a
maths.
4-pack.
Quick
No, you can buy it
maths.
singly for between $7.50 and $8.50. It's not a good system, but it's the one system we've got.
Yep.
No, you're
Yeah,
doing
you
it
can
really
write the
well.
scores down if you'd like. I'm
Well,
worried that he reckons it's the 9th, Simon.
What? What?
He's been hinting at it for a little while.
There's a 9th beer. Yeah, bloody
Yeah,
hell
there is a
there
ninth beer.
Do you know about it too?
Yeah, because I bought it.
Simo brought all these beers. I mean, we paid.
But yeah.
Are there 8 in the pack?
Yeah, but
Yep.
there's a special
Just
guest.
for me. So what is it?
A special
No,
guest.
it's nothing too crazy.
Oh,
but it's
beer
some-
with the meth in it. Beer honey farm or
yes,
whatever.
of course, and you're the only one drinking it.
Great. I'm glad I raised
I
that
can
news
I can
story.
see the scabs forming on your cheeks as we speak.
Jeez, that's got a real good score for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I haven't had it for a long time. It's really nice.
I don't think I've actually had it before. Now I think about it.
I reckon I have many moons ago, but I can't remember it.
And like Grazie was like, I reckon I haven't had this for a long time. And then he fast forward, I reckon I've never had this ever.
No, the more I think about it, because I can't remember thinking, oh, I love crunchies. I'm glad I've had a beer crunchy.
I reckon I can.
But now I have.
Oh, Simo, can you not throw that at me?
I didn't mean to.
Sorry, I just need to go and get this texter.
Crumb. I can probably tell you because we're friends on this shit. And by this shit, I mean Dayton. Untapped.
What?
Yeah, nah, it's not going well.
I reckon I've had it.
Friends.
I might not have rated it.
Go.
So
I got a
no
bit
one
slack on
told you. You gave it a 3.75, Simon.
What?
What was
Oh, I
wrong
guess I
with
only
you?
gave it a.
Yeah, Simo didn't remember, but like until about last week, Simo refused to give 5s.
Simo was a
'cause
hard task.
This was the joke.
One
was
of the
that
best beers I've ever had. 3.75.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It would have because
Zach, you gave it a 4.5.
I have had it. Rich.
And you said
Ah,
Rich.
Yep.
Daniel Rich.
I gave it a 4.5 again. I'm a very consistent person.
Yeah, good on you.
Good on you, dude. What did I give it? I gave it a 4.5 as well. I gave it a 4.75 today. Probably because it's my 8th beer.
Yeah.
Oh well, here comes number 9.
Jeez.
Right. So it's not in we found all the beers in the Great Australian Easter Beer Hunt from Beer Cartel.
Yeah, I didn't quite understand the concept.
No, I
if I'm
didn't
honest.
understand the concept, but I think I like the beers.
Yeah, they're pretty good beers. I was glad to have that the double. I reckon
South
so,
Coast,
so
yeah,
what was your favourite without looking at scores?
No, so my favourite beer would probably be... What do we have first?
It's so hard because the styles are
Yeah,
so
that was
different.
very nice.
I think if I had to buy another beer to have once off, I'd have the Crumblicious again.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
But it's a very close tie to the double South Coast Pale.
All I can tell you is if they ever made an Imperial Egg Star, it's lights
Yeah,
out. It's
yeah.
it's like sell your house, live on the street kind of stuff.
Yeah, I want it all. I want
I'm going to
it
say
all.
peanut butter because peanut butter
Yeah.
from Ether. However,
Hook it in his
the most
veins.
excited I was after the first sip was the Pirate Life Double South Coast.
Yeah,
I
it was
think that's
interesting.
I think it's the familiarity, but also I was expecting it to just be a boozy pale, some weird boozy pale that's like an IPA that's just a double that hasn't got much going for it.
Yeah.
But it literally does. I gave it a 5 for as advertised.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had an 8.8. Well, no, we wouldn't have an 8.8 pale ale.
But it didn't taste like an 8.8% IPA, did it?
No, if you had a 4-pack of those, you'd
Yeah,
you'd end up upside down.
So double pale ale, it's basically just a
sounds
South Coast
strange.
IPA.
It sounds strange to say it, but
I
yeah.
suppose.
Because imagine telling someone it's like, so I had a pale ale. It was 8.8%.
Well, I guess
It
So
had
you didn't
none of
have a
that-
pale ale.
It didn't have that bitterness. It didn't have any of the
Well,
IPA.
particularly-
Yeah. Well,
particularly since they changed the hops, though. Maybe.
well, now I can't even remember the actual the original South Coast Pale. So we might have to go to the pub after.
yeah, just to check.
yeah,
we're
I'll
going to
just-
check all these beers
At the tavern.
at the Chevin.
Yeah, because I can't. What was the other hop that it had that they replaced it with Amarillo? To make, I wonder if it tastes
Normally
like the
quite
flavor
grassy.
profile would probably be quite different as well as being boozier and heavier. Righto, well, 9 Beer 9.
That's all right, unfortunately.
Local legend. The second local legend, we had the Bridge Road today. It's actually, I think the Bridge Road might be the first local legend we've had since doing like these showcase pods. Well, it is definitely. I can 100% say that.
That's weird.
We're distancing ourselves from our area, which is foolish of us because our area is so strong. Bright Brewery, the Easter and Desist caramelized white chocolate white stout.
A white, now the Hawkers, is that what we're thinking of?
It's the Hawkers. The caramel mud cake. It tasted like a cheesecake shop caramel mud cake.
Let's not think about that while we have this, because this is going to be its own beast, I think.
Well, that was quite heavy, whereas this comes in at 5.8%, I believe. No, you're right, Simon. It was just
that was big from memory.
And last year, let's not dance around. It was the caramel stout was what this was, and it had Cadbury logo on it written there. One thing I have to say,
was it good? I can't remember.
It was fine. I reckon the jury is still out on white stouts for me, so I reckon you two will probably really like it based on that.
White stouts.
Yeah. And they probably got a cease and desist letter from Cadbury or whoever.
Maybe that's why it's called Easter and Desist.
Well, yeah, I imagine. But yeah, it'd be good to look into that story. But who gives a shit? Like Cadbury? Like, you know what I mean?
You're not going to buy... Oh, look, I really wanted a block of caramel, but I saw this like really strong beer. I'm going to get that instead. Like that has not happened.
No, it hasn't happened. You might eat it in conjunction or whatever. Or you might go, anyway. Well, I just think good, it'd be extra advertising.
Here you go. So this isn't on the can, so I'll read the can blurb first so you can score it. Easter and Desist caramelized white chocolate stout brewed for sweet tooth with a wicked sense of humour. Tendrils of caramel blend with cacao nibs, vanilla and lactose to create a caramelized white chocolate flavour and a creamy body that will transport you straight to the lolly shop. I'll take you to the candy shop. Bam, bam, bam. So score your blurb. Write it down before. I just want you guys to write it down before I read the next part, so your opinion isn't skewed. Oh, well, don't worry, because Bright Brewery's website does not load.
Come on.
I've had that issue for a while.
Beep, 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 boom, da, 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 da.
Sorry.
This second half, I don't know if anyone,
here we go.
I don't know if
Mr.
anyone
West
kicked any of the settings, but it's recording quite a deal softer. I guess there's no
there's no
rain.
Incredibly loud rain.
And there's no fucking rain.
Where
are you?
Where am I? Just here, man.
No.
You haven't had that many beers?
That's not Bright Brewery. What are we looking at?
No, Mr. West, because Bright Brewery wouldn't load.
Oh.
$7.50.
$7.50. Bargain. Did you mow it?
Blurb, I gave a 4.25 for anyone playing at home. We haven't put the boards up in a while. That's all right.
That's okay. Well, they're on the website.
So this is what I found regarding the name Easter and Desist. In 2021, we created a caramelized white chocolate stout, which went on to become our fastest selling beer of all time. Why haven't we released it since, you might ask? Well, the beer's label design unwittingly attracted a little too much attention from the lawyers for a particular global confectionery brand, and we had to bury the cans deep in the bowels of the brewery and promise to cease production and desist from selling anymore.
Yeah.
Fast forward 2 years and we decided it was time to let the bunny out of the brewery in time for Easter. So with a brand new look and the same great taste, we're reintroducing Easter and Desist caramelized white chocolate white stout. And usually when we shout out places, it's in good intentions. But fuck you, Cadbury.
Yeah.
Why? They're Australian and from Tasmania, aren't they? Or are they actually global and just have...
Oh, they're big global in terms of how big they are, but they...
Did they start in Australia? Are they an Australian brand?
I've got Tasmania clocked as well, Gratz.
No, Cadbury founded Birmingham, United Kingdom.
What?
I thought it was Australian.
Well, maybe that's just where the factory is.
Yeah, they'd be an Australian
why
factory.
have I been eating them?
Oh,
I'm going to cease and desist.
I'm going to go straight to
Cadbury.
Lindt.
Yeah. Well, Lint's fucking good.
Switzerland?
Yeah, I'm not saying Lint's Australian. It's
Yeah.
fucking
No,
good.
no, no. But like, they're not. But the thing is, like, why do companies want to just shit on small business?
I don't know. They're like, okay, so what? I'd be like, oh, they've made a stout. Is it good?
Yeah.
It's good. Oh, well, yeah, whatever.
Do you honestly think that Cadbury lost money?
No, because
of that beer.
Because I reckon people might go, oh, geez, I wonder if I have it with some caramel.
If the Junee Chocolate Factory did it, fair enough. They're making the same product, but they're not. They're making beer. It's alcohol. It's a different.
Oh,
market.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like-
If you're
Junee
making Bright Brewery were making a chocolate in a
if-
bar form and
Yes.
calling it the
Yes,
same
yes.
thing,
Yes, yes.
fair enough,
Yeah.
100%, no
Yeah.
problem.
So Cadbury owns Schweppes. Cadbury Schweppes.
Business is interesting.
Yeah, I don't really get it, but like I've been having a look at like copyrights and stuff like that just for our pod online, like what we can do with it, and like you can't do anything. The world
it's tough.
sucks.
YouTube's particularly bad now.
No, don't say anything bad about YouTube.
No,
We'll get
in
a
regards
strike.
to what you can say. and
We
get
would
away
like
with.
to monetize at some
True.
point.
So I would like to
This
say
is
that
costing us a lot of money on beer.
if you're referring to crimes of a adult nature, you can't say SEX and then say the word assault. You have to say SA or you'll be demonetized. These are things that I've learned recently. Things like that, yeah.
Well, that's
God.
why I'm thinking we need to cover our swears.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, no, I'm not interested.
anyway.
But anyway, fuck you,
Let's
Cadbury.
Yeah, a little bit.
Pour it.
Yeah, let's pour this Bright Brewery beer.
While you're pouring that, Hudson,
Yes.
yeah, business is interesting. So does this mean now that UFC and the WWE are the same company, that you'll watch WWE just as much as UFC?
No.
Oh.
No, because if WWE decided that they're like, we're going to real fight just this one time, I'd watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be like,
No,
if-
that's a good call.
Like if they're like main events, fucking Roman Reigns and John Cena, I'd be like, oh yeah, fine. And it's like, but they're real fighting. I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm watching that.
Yeah,
I'll watch that.
It's pretty. Oh, no, that didn't work out well for old mate, did it? What's that guy's name?
CM Punk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got cooked.
Oh, he did. He went to, yeah.
I'm not going to lie, I'm getting cooked.
Yeah.
Now, he's my wrestling hero. Be careful. He's not my UFC hero.
He's my fake fighting hero.
It almost
I love
smells.
how he fake fights.
Smells spirity. Spirit fingers.
No, it smells.
No, it smells
It
caramelly.
smells caramelly.
It does. I
Caramel
love,
white
I
chocolate.
love caramel.
It's almost like there's caramel and white chocolate in it because that's how it smells. I do like white stouts. I think it's a really cool
advertised.
corner of beer.
Because if you
Oh,
poured that,
I got it. I got
that's
the
a
nose
hazy
hair,
IPA
everyone.
if you look at it.
I got the nose hair.
Nice. You got a lot of nose hair now that I'm looking.
No, I've
No,
hit
but
that age.
actually, I think it's
It
because
grows
your
into the
mo's quite
mustache.
thick. It just look maybe your mo's just in there now, whereas my facial
one way or
hair
the other.
is not thick.
No,
very
yours looks good.
prepubescent.
No. You've grown it out. You've done well there.
I'm trying.
So
When I hit puberty,
no, I
it'll
didn't
work
get
real
it.
well.
I got another
I
nose
think.
hair.
One day.
So
You got the wrong nose hair.
I
That poor
did.
nose hair died for nothing.
Oh, well. So what do we think? I think they're a little thin or something. I don't really know what I'm having.
No, I think it's thin by comparison to the last two beers we had, which would make some sense considering the ABV.
It's
However, when it comes to what the beer is and the enjoyment factor, it's quite high, I would feel.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I think
so
it's
so
just,
you guys haven't had this?
Yeah, I had it at the Hop Harvest Festival. They had it on tap.
Sweet.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Sweeter than I expected, but we haven't.
We haven't done a review of the Hop Harvest Festival.
But
Yeah,
Who's
we
up
probably
next?
haven't done a review
You're
because I
up
can't
next.
speak words.
yeah, well, I can't.
You're up
comment.
next for
I
Brewery
wasn't there.
Showcase.
Yeah,
though,
but
so maybe you
I'm
can
not.
talk.
Oh yeah, I can.
Maybe because it's your
I actually
Brewery
have to
Showcase
do.
day, you
I
can
have
talk
to
about.
take a poll between you two because I bought
Poll.
a poll. I've bought 6 beers, 2 different sets of 3. Now both are. Let's finish this one before we tease
Yes,
next
yes,
week.
yeah.
Oh, you're getting ahead of myself. As advertised, I reckon it's pretty spot on. If it was heavier, I reckon that as advertised would be a 5.
Yeah.
But I know they don't advertise the heavier. It's just the caramelized white chocolate part. If it was heavy, it'd be more pronounced.
Yeah, if this was like 7%
Yeah,
or
if it-
above.
If it was at that like Ether and Dayton level.
Because you know how it's funny that you
Could
looked
be
at my review
real.
of the Crumalicious that said rich. If this had the richness to it, which I think potentially the extra ABV would
Yeah.
sort of allow that to be, it
Yeah.
would be
Yeah, because white chocolate, when you have it, it's kind of a weird. White chocolate's kind of weird, right?
The anti-rich.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what you
But in
guys
regards
scored
to
the
flavour of
Cadbury?
chocolate.
Yeah, but it's still like you can't eat. So I could eat a whole block of chocolate, but I couldn't eat a whole block of white chocolate. But I would say that white chocolate isn't as rich. So whatever that is,
I think it's less like white chocolate just isn't as satisfying.
It's funny you say that. I can't eat a whole block of dark chocolate, but
No,
dark
you
chocolate
can't.
is-
or you can't
No,
eat
no,
over
no,
90%.
it is my
You'd
preference for
fucking
chocolate.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, see, but
I
like,
won't eat a whole block in one.
You would
go.
need an EpiPen if you had a whole fucking.
you'd get diabetes on the
You would-
spot.
And you would need Dwayne. You would
Well,
need.
I have this migraine for life now.
Yeah, you'd have the last bite of your dark chocolate block in one sitting
Yeah.
and be like, well, I guess I have diabetes now.
And you would need a
No,
Dwayne
'cause it's not
Johnson.
full of sugar.
EpiPen.
That's the thing. They got less sugar. Generally, the dark chocolate has less sugar.
He'd
It's more
like
the,
that, though.
the antioxidants.
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson's EpiPen.
Yeah, he would.
Saved him. He fucking...
Dwayne Johnson.
Save me, Dwayne Johnson.
You know that guy's famous for copping bloody. Copping. Anyway.
Copping.
Copying.
Copping what? Sorry.
Yeah, he copping Dwayne Johnson's EpiPen.
Copping
And he
the
didn't
rock.
cop it in his leg.
I don't like the art, if I'm honest with you.
You don't smell what they're cooking?
Can you smell? Like, I don't know that.
But like, John Cena's here for this podcast, guys. You just can't see him. He's over there.
How much was this beer? Did we say $7.50? How many percentages? 5.8. Tough.
I think this is the sweetest beer from the pod.
It
Bearded
definitely
Seal.
rivals the bearded seal. That was real
The
sweet.
bearded seal was sweet at the start, and I feel like it wore off with the sweetness for me personally. But
I actually have the Cadbury White Stout on hand. Our scores.
from Bright.
Yeah.
Yep.
Simon gave it a 3.5.
For value.
No, for Untapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, Untapped. Back then Untapped would just do value scores. Like,
I wasn't listening.
Yeah, I know you weren't listening. Harvey Norman, fucking 0% interest.
That's pretty
Oh, Zach never had it.
Ah.
I did. What did I give it?
Yeah, I'm not into it.
3.5 as well.
Like, could you have more than one? of
Nah,
the-
nah.
Okay, all right.
I enjoy it.
That might change it.
Right.
I've given it a 3.75 today.
Well, they're my scores for the last 3 beers that we had. I wonder if I actually will have to check and see if my ether score outside of the can art is any different.
Thanks for listening this far. If you have, whether we've released this in 1 or 2 parts.
2 parts.
No, it's too bad.
Two
Too
parts.
bad.
Cool.
No one's listening to 2 hours of us.
No.
I thought we'd go shorter in the second half, and we've definitely have not. But that's okay.
Well, because we got into the big beers.
Had a great time.
And we also had 5. So next week, yeah. So my turn to pick 3 beers. So I wanted to get your guys' opinions. I bought 2 sets of beers. One is just a brewery with varied beers, so 3 different types of beer.
So typical of what we've been doing.
Yeah. The other one is one brewery, but they've done the same beer just in 3 different ways.
Grazie wants to have a guess.
Why are you like the cat?
'Cause I'm pissed.
Can I once has?
Grazie wants to.
Can I has cheese?
Simo's a cat on the internet in 2008.
Can I has hamburger? Can I has cheeseburger?
Grazie reckons he knows what brewery it is. I can
Straight
tell.
away, I want you to do that one so I don't accidentally order something that I saw online that is very similar.
The second
in
one?
concept.
Yeah.
Because but I've seen multiple breweries recently do the same concept.
Okay.
So I don't know what you've got.
I
You
reckon
gonna point that out?
You do. I reckon. Well, off air we'll have a discussion because we'll still surprise the listeners even if we go that direction.
Yeah, I'm happy. I don't give a fuck.
I just want beer.
I just like hanging out with
Hope
you
you've
guys.
had a fantastic Easter. I hope Jesus has risen and brought you some beautiful beers and
I'm really looking forward to Sunday when Jesus rises.
Yeah,
I think people should be more shocked.
yeah. On my
This year's the year for
no,
sure.
it was more like it was a Mad Monday thing where like he rocked up and he walked into the pub and everyone's like, yeah!
He's back, Jesus!
Yeah, I had a mate at footy that was called Jesus for a little while because he the Mad Monday he passed out and his girlfriend showed up to pick him up, and she was real unhappy. And put him in the car, and his head kept flopping forward. So they ripped his undies off him and tied his head to the back of the...
Yeah, because... of course you fucking would.
to the back of the...
It only
the
makes
headrest,
sense.
To the headrest with his underpants. Then he went home, had a nap, woke up, and then they're like, oh, we're still at SSNA if you're coming. And then he showed up again, and the only words he uttered for the rest of the night to anybody was, back from the dead!
Jesus Christ.
I hate all of footy people.
That was involuntary.
Just as football.
Yeah. So I can't wait on Sunday. I'll be watching my Google Nest cams that I've got around the house. Person seen, Jesus. I'd be knocking. I'd be like, bruh, I got to sleep in.
Jesus is knocking. Now you sound like the letters that they leave in your letterbox.
Jesus
is knocking.
Anyway, sorry.
we've gone too far.
Yeah,
But anyway,
we
we'll
don't
see you
want to
next
offend anyone. All right, cool. Border Barrel's out from the not-so-good shed. It's not raining anymore. The only thing it's raining is bloody blood alcohol.
Eat a chocolate.
Whatever.
And drink it.
Sorry for offending you. At some point. I'm sure we did.
Like me.
No,
Someone.
Someone.
All right. Well, kick a barrel. Drink a nice beer. Go Clippers.
Nah.
Nah, yeah, go Clippers.